the matches.
All right, this is the internet icon, Handsome Jackie Jones, and I'm here with Arn Anderson, one of my all-time favorites at the New England Pro Wrestling Fan Fest. Very cool to talk to you.
Did you get that hat from one of my earliest pictures or something? I used to wear hats.
I know you did. It is very inspiring. I think.
Does it piss people off that you as bad as it did me?
People don't like the fedora.
No, they don't. The hats don't get over with.
Yeah.
The shit,
No, I kind of like that though. I'm sure you did too.
That's why I did it.
Right, yeah.
People don't get it. My wife used to go. She wasn't my wife at the time, but she goes, "Why are you wearing that stupid ass hat? It's making you mad. How many tickets you think it's
Right, yeah. And is that hard to explain? Not just your wife, but other people, like the idea of
after they hear it, they go, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah.
You know, I didn't actually put that on and went, "Yeah, that looks good."
Right. Yeah.
How about you?
Oh no, I thought it looked fantastic.
Okay. Well, hey, we can agree to disagree, right?
Exactly.
It's a wrestling business, right?
That's very true.
Okay.
So this is New England. You wrestled, a lot in the Carolinas, and then also you wrestled in New England. What was the differences in the areas? Or are there?
I've wrestled everywhere.
Yeah.
More so down south, East Coast, from Philadelphia down. But wrestling fans are pretty much the same all over. Some are harder than others. The New York area are more demanding. They don't see something they like, they just don't say anything. Down south, they're a little more agreeable as long as the product is good. It's on us as performers to elicit a response. If we're not doing the right things, then we need to change it up and do something else.
Yeah. Now, someone who's also worked as an agent for a long time, when you see young people, and obviously the wrestling business evolves to a certain degree, but you also want to. So how do you work with that? How do you work with knowing that things evolve, so things have to change, but also keeping foundation for the wrestling?
It's a good question, and sometimes it's a hard blend. The hardest thing to do is if you got a racehorse, you got a thoroughbred, let them run. The problem is if you started out with 8 minutes and you got these two young thoroughbreds with a plan, suddenly you're down, because the match before yours ran over, you're down to 5 minutes. It's real hard for a lot of these young guys to adjust because they don't have enough experience. You know what I mean? They're put on that main roster sometimes too soon, and they're not able to adjust and do their storytelling. You take 3 minutes out of a match, that's a lot today. Back in the day, we had 20, 25 minutes every time we went through the curtain.
Yeah.
And just to be perfectly honest with you, it's a lot easier to get your story told if you have more time.
Yeah. So AEW, you're working for AEW. What was the last show like, and what are you looking forward to the future?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're in the wrestling business now and you're not excited about what's going on, it's fresh, it's new. I happen to be in the green room with some of their talent the day before the show with doing my StarCast stuff.
Yeah.
And, man, it felt good to see that buzz and see people excited and see guys talking and sitting on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in a long, long time. And they single-handedly have refurbished the feeling, I think, of fans and talent and everybody that's involved in the business, guys like you and I.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think it's done something that no one else has been able to do, to really capture the social media to mean something, as opposed to just we have a bunch of people following us on Twitter, whatever. Because without TV, it's done really, sold out arenas. It's done very well on pay-per-view. And now it's going to TV.
Yeah, and something that just popped into my head that on none of these interviews have I taken the time to do, and that's pretty stupid out of me, but the ones that have made this all possible? Khan family. no one has given them a pat on the back because the gentleman funding this is very successful in life. He has put some competitive, strong numbers out there on hiring his talent, hiring his staff. Suddenly, they're to be taken serious, very serious. It's never happened before. There's been rumblings here, and there are a lot of great companies. You know, I think ROH is a solid company. There's solid independent companies around that are stable, but they've not been in a position to compete with WWE. Now they have competition. As long as AEW doesn't try to compete and do anything similar to what they do. Be their own product, be fresh, do what they want to do, take their time, and build their stars. And they'll be fine.
At the show, how when you're watching the back and you saw the Dustin Cody Rhodes match, because me as a fan, I thought it was one of the best matches I've seen in modern time.
You know why? The story was great.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that misses.
So much emotion.
Yeah, when you don't have enough time to have a match, much less tell a story, that's what happens. Fans follow the story. You know, and if you don't have time to tell the story, it's great to go out there and take spectacular bumps that nobody in the crowd can do. I sit there and go, wow, that was awesome. Now what? You gotta neuter that a little bit and put it within the storytelling, which I think these guys are going to learn in time.
Yeah. Now, one thing too about the guys here is Paul Roma. I personally think it's a bad rap. I actually really like your tag team with Paul Roma. Do you have any thoughts on your team with Paul Roma?
No, that's been hyped more than anything. When Paul and I were partners, we busted our ass every night to have the best match possible. We were miscast. Plus, Paul was put in that position on the heels of everyone expecting Tully Blanchard, which had a huge history with he and I, obviously. So anything would have been a step down as far as in people's minds. So no, Paul and I get along great. Everything's fine. It was what it was. He went on to have a lot of success with Paul Orndorff as partners. More power to him.
One thing, you and Tully, when you were the Brainbusters, where did this stuff pile driver come from? Was that something people did before? Or?
No, it's just something we came up with for the time.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
We were always evolving.
Yeah.
You know, that was the reason we stayed fresh. We could wrestle. I just saw one of the sheep herders in here, right?
Yeah, Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers, yeah. We could wrestle them one night. We could wrestle Demolition the next night and give you an equally entertaining match. So.
Yeah. When you bring back to the fedora, as a kid, I always liked people like that were
Smart
exactly.
asses.
So I was a big fan of yours and Tully, and probably not a lot of kids like one of their favorite wrestlers, Tully Blanchard or Arn Anderson, but those are the guys I really liked.
Tully Blanchard,
yeah.
Stick of the Devil.
Yeah.
Well, we always tried to please, and like I said, the reason we were so successful, every night we went through the curtain, we tried to outdo everybody else on the card.
Yeah.
And the benefactors were the fans, and I think they remember it, and now they look back on it and go, you're right, man, you guys busted your ass for us. We owed it to you. You bought a ticket, we're going to give you your money's worth.
I gotta say, you, I don't know if you invented them, but you innovated a lot of my favorite moves at the time. The spine buster, the gourd buster.
That's my move. Gourd buster, my move. I stole the DDT from Jade.
Yeah, that you did a great one though. There's a lot of pop to it.
And a lot of snap.
Yeah.
Some say it was better than Jade's.
Right.
I do.
I don't want to say which one's better. Maybe I'll run into Jake one of these days, but
hey, you got to believe your own. You got to believe your own press, right?
Right. I think just as a move, I like yours better.
I do too.
But the idea that he invented it, it's hard to say one's better.
Oh no, he invented it.
But just as the straight up
stole
move,
it and just modified it.
Yeah.
Okay, well I think they're waiting on me to go to work.
I do too. So I had a great time, though. I appreciate it.
Nice talking with you
as well. Hey, this is Jackie Jones, Nasty Neil here. I'm having some difficulties playing SummerSlam here on my laptop, so I don't know if this is going to happen. We're going to try this out. again here. It says it started 3 hours ago. What was that, like a pre-show? All right, we'll try this again here. I hit play now. I'm all logged in. It shows me as an advertisement. So I get to see a Horace talking to a Walter Goggins. I've seen this about 10 times now. I'm all right. Okay, I get it. We get need commercials. I see. I understand. But then I just get the TV PG. We start the Cena thing, and boom, it just ends. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because I'm not able to play this on my laptop. By the looks of it, I've done this before and it worked fine. Let me try another browser. Bear with me. And if this doesn't work, go about your day. Watch SummerSlam, and we will review it this Tuesday on In Your Head. But I had this planned out. I was like, I'll stay home. I'll watch SummerSlam. I had these big plans otherwise. I gave them all up to stay here with the Headyverse. Let's see here. No, I actually was gonna go to Boston and watch some movies. I was gonna go see Together, but instead I decided to be together here with the Headyverse with Goosey and Happy Meal or Nasty Meal. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch this. I'm not sure what's going on here. Why this is happening? I've never had this issue before. You would think Google Chrome would be the best. I could try Microsoft Edge, Firefox. Anyone have any suggestions? The best browser to watch Peacock on? It's also on Netflix, but I believe only international. Is that correct? Let's see here. I'm trying to make this work, folks. It's not looking so hot. Let's try Firefox. Edge fixed our StreamYard. I have no problem with StreamYard. StreamYard works totally fine for me. I'm trying to get Peacock to work so I can watch SummerSlam. But Peacock's not playing the live SummerSlam for me on Chrome. You would think it would work totally fine, but not the case. Now I think I just completely froze up. Oh no, here I am. So not on that one either. Let me try Microsoft Edge. This will be the final attempt. Microsoft Edge. Does Microsoft Edge have the edge over Chrome? You wouldn't think so. You think Chrome is usually the best platform, the best browser to watch any streaming stuff. In fact, he usually yells at you if you try to do something else. Or like, what are you doing? Use Chrome. Are you a fucking asshole? It's usually what pops up. Literally pops up. It's like, don't be a fucking asshole. Use Chrome. I was like, damn. And, Netflix is an asshole here to me. I think even StreamYard yells at you too. Like, use Chrome, dumbass. I know you can't use Safari on but again, I have no issue with StreamYard. It works totally fine for me. I shaved my head earlier this week. You know, people are very riveted about that. All right. I do not have the signature sideburns. Let's see here. Some of those old pictures like Nasty Mill used, I had some rocking sideburns back then. The only thing I missed. So pretty sweet. It's not signed in. Let's see. I must just started reading my password here live on the show. We don't want to do that. I'm not sure what my password is, to be honest. Let's see if that works.
No. Huh. All right, I'm gonna try. I don't know. I'm gonna leave here momentarily. I'm sorry. There'll probably be nothing happening here, and then I'll be back and see if this works. If it does not work, like I said, I'll have to. We'll end this show. It will be all for naught, and then we will review it SummerSlam on In Your Head this Tuesday. All right, I shall return. Hey, I am back here. All right, so I got it working. So I'm at Roman Reigns coming down the ring. Am I at the right spot? Sorry for a little bit of delay there. Welcome to In Your Head Wrestling Radio on the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all the podcasting, handsome Jackie Jones. And we are watching SummerSlam 2025. We're not watching, one from years ago. And so I'm not sure where we are. Where is this arena? I'm not sure, but is this the opening match? Roman Reigns and is it Jay Uso? Main event Jay Uso? Obviously a big crowd, get an outdoor stadium, 2 nights, first 2-night SummerSlam. Looking at the card, I don't really think it needed 2 nights. It really looks like a good 1-night card, just like with some extra matches added to fill it to 2. We got a little bit of gray in the beard of Roman Reigns. Now, back in the day, that probably would not be going on because notoriously, famously, Vince McMahon did not like gray in his superstars. You can't see it too much, but when they were up close, they could see a little bit of gray up where Roman has the a little bit on Jade too, a little bit where the sideburns would be on Roman. Peacock Premium, they're saying. Well, drop the super chats, Toofy. Toofy times perfection. You're sending the super chats. Get Nasty Neil, Jackie Jones here, some super chats. I'm going to turn the name off. I get confused who I am. For people who don't know, it's Jackie Jones on the wrestling show and Nasty Neil on the horror movie show. All right, let's see here. So we got Roman Reigns, Uso. They got their big entrance. I missed the Uso entrance. And they are wrestling Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Now I do like the Titantron for Breaker and Reed, because unlike Uso and Roman, they made separate entrances, had separate music. These guys are a real team. So they have one Titantron where it's showing both their names bouncing up and down with the fire in the back. We got Paul Heyman. You used to be back in the day, you'd be like, all managers were vying for who the number 2 manager was. The number 1 manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Everyone else is a second. But I really think that you can make the argument today that Paul Heyman really is the best manager of all time. So some people, that'll be sacrilege, but think about it. Who has the longevity as a top guy, as a big part of the business like Paul Heyman? You had the Dangerous Alliance, you have Paulie Dangerous back in NWA, Dangerous Alliance, WCW. In a lot of ways, this probably is the weakest run, even though I think it's great stuff. Really changes the business as Paul Heyman, Paul E in ECW, as both a heel originally, and then the baby face of the company. One of the few times I think you really are cheering for the guy who owns the company. And then the third stage of his career, this 20-year run going now, 25-year run, I guess, as manager in WWE in creative, a real. Not many people on any level have been such a big part of the business for that many years. Usually people have a run and then they cut, especially creative people, they aren't around that long. They might be around, but they really only have a year or so of anything that's really something that people are into. Thought I posted the link to this. I'm going to try to post this link on social media here. Oh, they're back to saying refs' names. Chad Patton. So we got all 4 guys in the ring, all pounding some ass here. We got some meat on meat, slapping. Got 4 big dudes in the ring. My co-host, he really hates Bronson Reed. I'm not really sure why. I'm a big fan. I like the big dudes. You don't see a lot of big guys anymore. You're just a big heavy guy, and he can move around. So I don't know what's not to like. He's kind of like a throwback to what I really like about wrestling. By the way, what sneakers did they have around their neck? I missed that. Was that one of the Usos? I don't really watch a lot of WWE television. It's not like I host a wrestling show or something and I should know all this stuff. So Jay Uso wants an encore. So we're doing the yeet again. This is going to get Steven Butler really pissed off. He hates the yeet. I like it. Anything that entertains the fans, gets the fans happy is fun to me. I don't need nonstop wrestling. I mean, if it's nonstop wrestling, it's good wrestling, whatever. But I like part of the thing I like about wrestling is all the stuff that makes it unique. And so you've got great wrestling, you got some funny stuff, you got some just shenanigans like the eating. I like all of that. It all works for me. OTC chant. Excuse me, I'm just sharing this to social media here. I'm a big fan of Braun Breaker, legit future main event guy here, I think. And not just main event guy. Lots of people can be main event guys, but that's a top guy, in my opinion. You can really build a company around him if he stays healthy. Sweet. Another thing I like is I like the real physical guys. I love the Steiner brothers in their prime, and Braun, obviously one of the Steiners, but wrestles a lot like them. The very stiff clotheslines, I like that stuff. Running the ropes, Just so much speed and power. I like all that. So I'm into that. And then you got Bronson Reed, just your classic big guy. I'm a fan of him too. And I like the matching tights. They have similar tights on. They look like a real team. Put the tag belts on these guys. Who are the tag champs? Like the 6 or whatever. Braun Breaker outside. Friggin' just a big shoulder tackle on Roman Reigns, who's outside. So people's coming in. We got Roman Reigns and Jay Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And so far, it's my kind of wrestling, just very physical. I just said very physical. Then Bronson did this really lame looking double axe handle, but then he made up for it with like a backsplash. It was kind of cool. I'm glad to see Bronson Reed back. Bronson and Braun are really getting a lot of heat at the moment on Uso and Roman, which makes me think they'll probably end up losing, but you never know. I don't know. We'll find out. Hit the like button, you fools. Hit the like, subscribe, share this out. Help support the channel. Become a member. It starts only $3 a month. So I'm kind of surprised this is the opening match of night 1. I thought maybe this would be one of the main events of SummerSlam, either night 1 or 2. It will be a hard match to follow because you got a lot of big names in here. We got so this is classic heel stuff. Going for the pin. Braun interrupts his own pin to start just doing some push-ups. I like it. There's a lot of people in our group who really hate the Usos. I've never really understood why. I'm a fan. It really gets the crowd into him. With the yeeting, people might be like, it's weird because the same fans will hate AEW because they said they're just all wrestling. And then if someone does like the yeeting or something, they hate that because it's not wrestling. The thing is, there's a lot of fans who just hate. And like you can genuinely not like stuff, but there are people like if you notice that they just nitpick every single thing, they'll hate stuff for like the opposite reasons. Like if they hate a show because it's got too much wrestling, then they hate another show because it's not enough wrestling. The odds are they probably just hate watch wrestling. And in my opinion, it's like there's so much stuff in the world that is endless, content online and streaming. Like, why watch something that you despise? I don't really understand it, but that is a big part of the wrestling community. This guy's really bent on trying to put these bootleg sites in here. The SummerSlam's live on, I shouldn't say where, but on some shady website. At least drop me a super chat if you're going to come in here and spam your bootleg sites. All right. So sorry I had a late start on this. I had some technical problems. Next time I'll get it worked out before I go live, I guess. But I figured it would just work. All right. Earlier today I was live on Without Your Head, the new show Without Your Head, Daily Horror. I've been doing a lot of press interviews for Fantasia Fest and Fright Fest. So Fantasia Fest out of Montreal, Fright Fest out of London. And so those are all pre-recorded interviews, and there's a ton of them, some really good ones. Well, I think they're all good, but some really good guests like Crispin Glover. And so I'm going to try to do one of those every day. I'll also be live, before and after the interview, so you can come and join the chat, interact with me. It'll be a fun time. And then our regular live Thursday show for Without Your Head, where we have the whole group on. And then on Tuesday, we talk the wrestling on In Your Head. For those unfamiliar with In Your Head, it's really become kind of like a hangout show. So it'll be me and Incher on. We'll talk some wrestling, some foolishness. And we have a bunch of our regulars join in on the video chat, which you can become a part of if you like. And we just talk, some wrestling oriented, but some other stuff. It's a fun time. That's pretty cool. Braun Breaker, just all around great guy. Very athletic, very physical. Very agile, very strong. Just really like the kind of wrestler I like. So he had him like up for kind of like the fireman's press, and then instead of going backwards, he flipped him in front of him and dropped Uso onto his own knees or onto Braun Breaker's knees, like a stomach breaker, I guess. I got a really hot crowd. This is one of the problems I don't really like to sit on the floor seats unless you're front row. Is everyone stands up, but I mean I know everyone's into it. That's cool and all, but if for a shorter guy, it's hard to see if you're second or third row, or never mind seventh or eighth. My friend Matt, that I used to go to a lot of shows with, he's a very tall guy, like 6'4", and he'd always get us front row seats, and he'd always just stand up the whole time. And I always thought, man, it is kind of annoying if you're sitting behind him. Bad News Barrett, one of the better commentators in WWE, probably one of the better ones in wrestling. I'm not a big fan of most of the commentators in WWE. I feel like Michael Cole just is considered a legend because he's been around a long time, but I've never thought he was good. He's still not any good, but he probably is better than some of the newer people just in comparison. And I'm a big AEW fan, but I'm not a fan at all of Taz on commentary. I do like Nigel McGuinness a lot. Tony's fun. Yeah, Bad News Barrett, really good commentator. I'm glad that he found a role in wrestling after his in-ring career was over. So, really good classic, old school tag team wrestling here. We had Jay Uso going for the hot tag on Roman. The heels break up the hot tag. It's just like basic stuff that still works if you do it. Actually, in modern day, because a lot of the basic stuff wasn't used for a long time. Everyone was doing like the crazy high spots, which they still do. But if you break out like this classic wrestling psychology, it really works. I think we saw that in AEW not long ago when the Outrunners were wrestling FTR, because that was just all old school basic tag team psychology, and the crowd went insane. So yeah, this match really so far is just the badass heels beating down Jey Uso, keeping him from tagging Roman Reigns. Jey Uso every once in a while getting some hope spots in, because if it's just nonstop heat, it's kind of like, well, they could just beat this guy. But Jey Uso every once in a while get some stuff in there. We haven't really seen Roman in the ring yet. He's outside the ring now, getting all kind of hulking up almost. So yeah, he's really looking for the hot tag. I think we're gonna get the hot tag, which should really make the crowd go bonkers. Sometimes it's kind of a missed art, I think, the hot tag, and it's just very basic. There we go. We got the hot tag. Jey Uso to Roman Reigns. Roman's running in, going wild. Clotheslines on Braun. Braun reverses it, but Reigns with the great big giant clothesline like he does, very cool. I'm a Reigns fan. I know some people do not like him. I don't like the very white teeth, I'll say. Back in the day, like when you'd get like dental work, they didn't want to give you those like crazy white teeth because they're so unnatural looking, but now it's like everyone has them. Just weird, he opens his mouth and so I think these very, very clearly fake teeth. But yeah, a lot of people have them. So Breaker again going. I like see some people like, oh, if someone does a bunch of the same moves, it's kind of the 5 moves of doom or whatever. But I think there's something to be said about having these go-to moves because the fans like recognize them, and then you get a pop from them. And I think Braun Breaker doing the big clothesline so much, like. Damn, great dive by Roman Reigns. This is another little pet peeve of mine, and a lot of the old school wrestling podcasters will get mad about like AEW saying they're doing, the gymnasts, the divers, all this stuff, but that is just a part of wrestling today. Like if you don't like it, that's fine. I get that, but you can't just say one company does it when it's really part of all companies. Up and down the card. Main event guys are doing it. I mean, Undertaker used to do it all the time. Roman's doing it. That's just the way it is now. And again, if you don't like that's fine, but you can't be like one company does it and the other doesn't. So we get Roman punching the mat, getting ready for the Superman punch. We get the big Superman punch on Bronson. Braun rolls up Roman for 2. Big high knee from Braun. Old high knees to see all the time from Harley Race and Brutus Beefcake. And then I think, in modern day, probably Triple H made it pretty famous. Now, see, when I don't know if that was meant to be a tag. There was a tag. Bronson tagged in. Okay, they did that pretty well. And I'll give Cole credit there. So they did kind of a blind tag. And Cole, made it obvious to us as the commentator. That's what happened, which is good because sometimes the commentator doesn't get that stuff over. And the commentator can help tell the story and the psychology of the match. So Bronson with the big avalanche on Roman. Now another blind tag, Jay Uso. This time, was more like blind to Bronson, but the crowd saw it. Super kick. We got some thigh slaps against something that they will give hell all day to AEW for, but you see it all the time in WWE as well. Bronson Reed's taking down Jay Uso again. Now we have, what is that, Tiger Driver? Yo, Anthony Choboat in the chat. Who else here is watching SummerSlam? Really great opening match. As people know, I'm not really a big WWE fan, but I'm honest. If it's good, it's good, and this is very good. And again, I keep saying about classic and old school, but I think this just shows like you do like a old school match with some new stuff, like the guys flying around a bit, and it works. Jackson's waiting for the TNA show. Is there one tonight? Is this another weekend with 500 hours of content? A big dive by Bronson Reed, which is that means they're risk taking a big man like that. I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed. I don't really get the hate for. Is this another guy Intra thinks he can beat up? Is that the thing? Intra thinks he could take all 4 of these guys at once. Braun Breaker with the big clothesline. Again, I'm a fan of these big power clotheslines, very physical. Went through the Wingstop table. When Lexar would always bring up all these ads, and I used to think, like, do I really care? There's ads everywhere. And in theory, no, but when I do watch it, it's honestly pretty annoying. Tonight's not as bad, I don't think. There's the Wingstop ads on the tables. We've got a giant Xfinity. I guess it is pretty bad. A giant Xfinity ad in the ring. We've got like Minute Maid on the ring post. We've got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 other ads on the ring. So Braun Breaker going, damn, who used to do that move? Was it Bagwell and Rick Steiner, right? Where Breaker had him up almost like for the Doomsday Device, and then oh no, it was the Steiner brothers did it, and then Rick jumped off with the Bulldog. Steiner and Bagwell, they did that, but they did it with the Blockbuster. That's how Bagwell got hurt. But yeah, no, that was cool. Didn't get the win, but I like that it's very strange, and I know people will argue with me. It's like they want to own the names, and I get that, but it's weird that they don't. There's no secret made that Braun Breaker is a Steiner, but his name's not Steiner, so it's just odd. I don't really get it. It's like, if you're just going to admit he's a Steiner, then why can't he just be Braun Steiner? We got Macho King out in the crowd. That's kind of cool. Oh, we had so Braun was run up for another clothesline. He got met by a Superman punch. They should have done a Superman punch in the new Superman. In fact, WWE should have contacted him and had it pay him to put that in the movie. Cool spear, Roman Reigns on Braun Breaker through the barricade. This is just a really good physical, hard-hitting match. I'm into it. 4 big dudes, kind of all treated as like, your big, strong guys. Some meat on meat action, I would say. It's weird. I think probably Jay Uso is the smallest guy, and he's not a small man. So now it's Bronson and Jay Uso because Roman and Braun are pretty much taken out outside. We're going for the tsunami. Bronson Reed's climbing the top rope with the Prime logo on the turnbuckle. Is this what he got hurt doing? Oh, Superman punch. Roman Reigns back in the ring. Superman punch, knocking Bronson Reed off the top rope, helping his cousin Jey Uso up. So what are we going to do? They're throwing Bronson in the ring. The 3D. Damn. A tribute to Team 3D, the Dudley Boys out there who are coming back for one last match. So we saw the Steiner Brothers Bulldog. We just saw 3D. Are we going to see some other tag moves? Maybe what tag move that no one ever brings out anymore? Every once in a while someone will do a Doomsday device. I don't know if anyone really does the Heart Attack, the old Heart Foundation move. But they even do the Power and Glory suplex from the superplex into the splash. But one I never see is the old demolition move, where the guy's over his knee for the backbreaker, and the other guy drops the elbow. Was always a cool tag move to me that people should bring back. I don't know if anyone does the Vegematic either, the old Midnight Express move. We see Spike Pile Drivers telling Arn. It's called the One and Done, not the 3D Jonathan Jackson. Is that what they really? Nah, they couldn't call it that. Maybe a total elimination. Total elimination. What's Jackson and I going to call our finishing move? Dino Machino in the chat. Dean Machine. Yeah, we got the Dean. Called the One and Done. What time did SummerSlam start? 41 minutes ago. The pre-show started 3 hours and 41 minutes ago. Me and Dobbs are making some dinner plans. We're going to go out to dinner at Fallows next time I'm in London. Jackson's going to come out too, unless he's a biatch. So Roman Reigns just shoved Jey Uso out of the way and sacrificed himself, taking the spear from Braun Breaker. Now we've got Jey Uso giving the spear, knocking Braun out of the ring, gave the spear to Bronson Reed, knocks him down, flying up to the top rope with a big splash by Jey Uso onto Bronson Reed for the 3 count. Wow, a really good match. Great match. Great. It's weird to call that the opening match. Really hard work, fast paced, 4 big guys just going at it. Pretty much nonstop the whole match. That's a great match to me. Heyman walking down the ring, he's all pissed, walking backwards. We've got a lot of history with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. I'm kind of surprised because without Rollins, these are the 2 guys they really need to put some heat on as your top bad guys, I think. But really good match. Great match. We had Reigns sacrificing himself for Jay, which also made them win the match. Yeah, great stuff. The crowd's really into it. No negatives for me. 4 dudes really working hard, pounding some meat. That's the way wrestling should be, right, Dobbs? Meat pounding. That's gonna be maybe we could form a 6-man. Me, Dobbs, and Jackson, the Meat Pounders. Yeah, come over, JJ. Exactly. Stop being a bitch. You think he's allowed in the country, though? He might be a felon. I'm not sure. Still can't wait to call him Stein. I agree. Uso, really cool. Big, I don't think there's enough credit for doing a really good splash. Gets a lot of height. It looks like, a lot of impact. I'm a fan. If you're a smaller guy doing a splash, you got to do it really cool. Because it always looks good when a big fat ass does a splash. But when a smaller guy, and he's not like a small man, but a smaller guy, Black, white, and brown. That's right. The black, white, and brown town coming. Everyone's going to be going down. All right. Heed that advice. From what I hear from Dobbs, they have like statues of Bad News Barrett around town. People go pay homage. They leave pounds and leave beef Wellingtons in tribute. You get like a platter of fish and chips and leave it there. We got a Hulk Rules sign in the crowd. Now I assume we're gonna go to ads for 15 minutes. Long-time listener, the Lone Spectre, first time in chat. Yeah, I agree. It was a great match. It's really hard-hitting. Big guys doing some power moves, a lot of impact, stiff clotheslines, all the stuff that I did. Hello, Spectre. The only thing is, that's going to be a hard match to follow, I think. Because he got not only was the in-ring work really good, it's like 4 big personalities, so I don't know what they follow that is. And I'll be honest, so the match was great. I do think all these ads in between every match on the WWE shows, it does break the flow for me. I think you could show maybe like after a couple matches, but it's like between every match, we've got like a flood of ads. Excuse me. So I'm like excited to see the next match, and then I got to watch all these ads. At least I'll say this so far, at least they're commercials for other WWE programming. I'm not getting like an M&M ad. What I really hate is when they'll do these backstage ads where it's like, the wrestlers and they're like talking about their love of like candy corn or something. Which, yeah, I know that's a big segment. They always do the big candy corn segment. Who? Jack Pocket. This is I don't know how I feel about like this rise of so many ads for the game. Like I gamble and stuff, but all these ads for like gambling sites and like it's I don't get political here, but like it's like all these ads to like get people into debt. Like go and spend all your money on these. Let's make it even easier to waste your money on gambling. Just do it online. Who is this guy? Drewski. They always show these celebrities, and I have no idea who they are. Drewski. Caleb Presley and Big How Plug. Hell yeah, yeah. Drewski. Caleb Presley. Yeah, Braylon. I know Dean's a big fan of Breland. Who is this dude? Fat Joe, 4-time Grammy nominated multi-platinum rapper. Fat Joe. You didn't even look that fat. The Juice Box. There's literally a guy dressed as a Minute Maid juice box, and they're showing like a video of him as like this is like a celebrity. You're like, holy shit, the actual jukebox is here. Juice box. Next up, Raquel Rodriguez and who? I have to look up these people's names. Yeah, I know. I actually know who Fetro is too. I gotta cheat because I don't watch a lot of WWE TV, so I don't know who these people are. More ads. Now this is the stuff I really hate. So now we got Dirty Dom just advertising chicken wings. You know you're like a big time like cuck when you're just like you're defending all this. You're like, I love 40 minutes of ads between every match. It's the greatest. You can be a fan of whatever and still admit when something's bad. Like I like AEW, but I say a lot of stuff is not great on it. Let's see. I'm trying to find the match lineup. Oh, here we go. Now what is this shit? Now we've got an ad for some kind of thing to see what your kids are watching on the internet. All right. So the next matchup is going to be the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for Charlotte Flair and Alexa. That didn't look like Charlotte Flair to me. Hello, what's up? Oh, this is my boy, Blue Ball Cottage. Yeah. Is that the lurker, Blue Ball Cottage? By the way, speaking of the lurker, hit the like button. Don't be a fool. Hit the like button. Subscribe. That's all free. And if you would like to become a member and help support the channel, like our friends El Santos World, Brian Matthew Clutter, and the Lurker, it starts only $3 a month, but you can become a producer for only $10 a month and help support the channel and get your name here mentioned every time I am live. Enough ads already. Come on. Now we're just advertising Walmart. Now a Subway ad. I see people like, if I mention this, like, you asshole, you piece of shit. Like, we love WWE ads. We love it. It's great. We need nonstop ads between every match. Good Lord. And that last match was great. And no nothing bad to say, but like literally, what is this? Like 20 minutes of ads? The Lone Spectre, for some reason, all his ads are in Spanish. It was funny. I first said, okay, at least it was ads for upcoming WWE shows. And then it just went straight into commercials. You get a Samsung ad and Walmart and Visa and Walter Goggins and an ad for Subway. Plus, they got all the ads on the ring and stuff. They should never fire anyone. It's like they get all these $billion deals with Netflix and the Prince of Saudi Arabia. The ring's covered in ads. They have 20 minutes of ads between every match. All right, here we go. Charlotte Flair. You know, speaking of gambling, her Titantron looks very much like a slot machine, like a video slot machine today. Charlotte Flair is someone who gets a lot of hate online, but I am a fan. I think one of the best women wrestlers of all time. Great personality as a heel. One of the best in-ring wrestlers. I don't like to talk about people's looks, but, you know, obviously nonstop surgery, which, you know, not my deal, but a great robe here, though. Like a peacock robe. I think it's even animatronic. It kind of rose up. Well, he's on the cock. The Lone Spectre's on the cock. Are you getting pre-match vignette video? I did, but then I just got straight up ads. No, you know what? No. You know, that would be better than just ads. A vignette tell me why this match matters. They showed 20 minutes of shit. They could have showed me that. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. Very bizarre tandem. Not exactly sure what they have in common. Alexa Bliss, obviously, very attractive lady and has a lot of charisma, but I'm not a fan of hers as a wrestler. Man, what are you gonna be here and just bitch about the whole show? I just said I liked the last match, asshole. Dobbs, how are you doing? Are you going to this place with Nasty Neil? He wants to go to some 5-star restaurant in Soho. He probably wants to make you pay for it too. Der Mickler, greets from Germany. Well, thank you. Good to see you. We want the Zog's cock. Yeah, I'm at to put a poll up. That's become a thing. Should I make a penis for Master Zog? In my mind, a puppet doesn't have a penis, but my co-host Tara says otherwise. AJ says otherwise. I did a live show earlier. Shannon Wallen is all about the cock. I think the only person on my side so far is my boy Def. Exactly. Lone Spectre just wants ads. You sure that's not Jonathan Jackson? I didn't realize there were so many women in Judgment Day. So Judgment Day, we got Roxanne Perez. You know what? I got to be honest. I don't know if I've ever seen Roxanne Perez. Maybe in the Royal Rumble. Oh, they're the tag champs. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez looks like a giant. Is she a giant or is the other woman very little? So they're walking to the ring, and Michael Cole just goes, Papa John's delivers great pizza. And they're like, come on, man. We just saw 20 minutes ads. And then he's just like, Papa John's, they deliver pizza. And, something about this match. Good Lord. So this is the third defense. So they're doing like some tail of the tape stuff now too. AEW gets a lot of flack for doing that, but WWE does, I guess. All right. So who's the chat here? Who are they rooting for? I'm going with Judgment Day because they're like a real team. The other one team, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. It's kind of just like a makeshift team. So yeah, this Raquel Rodriguez, a big lady, because she's taller than Charlotte, who's pretty tall. Kind of like the music here for Judgment Day. Ooh, yeah, we got the Macho King in the crowd. Yeah. All right, Alexa and Charlotte. Now, Alexa and Charlotte are feuding. I mean, this is a tale old as time. We've got the feuding tag team, the tag team that doesn't really want to be together, but I assume they've been forced together for some reason or another. Similar teams, though. We got like 2 fairly big women and then 2 smaller women. There's just something about Alexa Bliss. Now, I clearly understand she's got a lot of charisma. She's very sexy. And I'm not someone obsessed with everyone have to be giants or anything, but she's so little and all her moves look completely harmless. Like, it's hard for me to like get into her matches. And I'm not, like I said, I don't need people to be giants. I'm pretty lenient on that stuff, but just everything she does is very humble. And hey, there we get some knee slaps by Charlotte. I'm just gonna bring that up all the time because it is something that AEW gets shit on constantly for, but I see it anytime I watch a WWE show. Everyone does it. It's just a modern wrestling thing. Now, if you don't like it, I get it, because sometimes I find it very distracting too. But you can't pick one company over the other about it. Like they both do it. So I honestly have seen very little of Raquel Rodriguez and her partner here. I think I saw them both in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if I've ever seen them besides that. So I'm interested to see this match. Charlotte's not looking too good here, I have to say. Nice kick though by Charlotte. First kick was not great. Charlotte doing a springboard. She's caught by Raquel Rodriguez into a Samoan drop. Roxanne Perez is in here. Very lame, very, very lame move. She did like a cartwheel into a knee, but if you're gonna do like unnecessary flips and moves and stuff, I'm not necessarily against that, but if it makes the move actually look weaker, then it's just bad. Like she did this cartwheel into a knee, and it didn't add impact to the move. It just was an unnecessary cartwheel that made the knee look worse. Very weak looking. So yeah, I'm so far I'd say this woman's pretty rotten. Let's see. We got the bigger ladies back in here. This is this Rodriguez? No, I think the other one's Rodriguez, right? The ref is pretty. We got Dobbs. He's dropped trowel. He's done the what I like to call the Butler, Stephen Butler. If you drop trowel during a match and just start rubbing one out, that is the Stephen Butler. So Raquel Rodriguez, we got using like a chin lock here. So far, it's hard to live up to the last match. They've been put in a kind of a rough spot. Wow, really big knee brace there in Charlotte. Another knee slap, very obvious knee slap. Very, very weak backbreaker by Charlotte. Charlotte got off the second rope into kind of a slow motion Hurricanrana. Yeah, probably not. I don't think there's really a need for her to do that kind of move. Going for the tag, but Alexa Bliss kind of short arming her. I don't know if that was intentional. It looked like it was intentional. There we got the hot tag. Alexa Bliss running in, doing a bunch of shoulder tackles. And then like she's just really she's just not believable. Just so little and harmless, not just small, because the other woman's probably that small, but other moves just look very, very harmless. The crowd likes her, so what do I know? But some kind of spin splash thing, I don't know. But it looks like Raquel would just be able to snap Alexa Bliss in half. So Rodriguez just got thrown out by Alexa. Let's see. Alexa going for Sister Abigail. It got messed up. Roxanne with a running forearm, a double springboard splash. It's missed. Almost kind of an RVD-esque move. Raquel Rodriguez in. We got a knee slap from Alexa. A short DDT, which actually wasn't too bad. Alexa Bliss going up to the top rope. Let's see. Twisted Bliss. This is a pretty poorly worked match. Nice. Raquel Rodriguez, a nice clothesline. I would say Raquel Rodriguez is the best in the ring out of these. I normally like Charlotte, but I don't know if she's not as good since she came back from the knee injury or what. The other two I just think aren't particularly good. Alexa Bliss, I don't think's ever been particularly good. And so far, I don't really see a lot in Roxanne Perez, who Lone Specters tell me was trained by Booker T. So again, this is a rough spot to be putting after the last match with a lot of heat, going pretty long. They're trying hard. Side Russian leg sweep and a big boot by Rodriguez. Yeah, I like Raquel Rodriguez has a bright future. Pretty physical, big lady. I think Roxanne Perez has a lot of personality, but does not seem to be a very good worker. Does have a nice booty though. Alexa Bliss, very over. I'll give her that. I'm just not really a big fan of hers. All right, now we're into a chin lock. It's weird. The last match was 20 something minutes and was really just nonstop, like very physical. This match is much slower paced, which I guess you want to have a different match than the previous one. But they haven't lost the crowd. The crowd's clearly behind Alexa Bliss. Might be the only one they're behind because I don't think they're the crowd. That's weird that they're Charlotte as a babyface because she's pretty well hated by everyone. So I don't know why you'd even try with her as a babyface, to be honest. I would just ride that. I do think that the crowd booing Charlotte genuinely gets to her. Like we've seen that. Yeah, I like Raquel Rodriguez. I've come to the conclusion I like her. She's big. She's badass. Raquel missed the elbow drop. But yeah, I like some different styles in any division. So you got the big badass and Raquel Rodriguez. Perez back in the ring. At this point, I kind of like this match probably just to go home. If I was outside, I'll be, Gorilla gets the pen out and be like, all right, let's bring this home. I've had enough. Get a headlock here. Alexa with a chin breaker, jawbreaker, going for the hot tag. Can't quite get it. Some forearms here by Alexa Bliss. I assume she'll get the hot tag. Oh, a kick to the belly. The belly welly by Perez. I do like that Perez bounces off the middle rope because she's short, but I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool, honestly, when she runs the ropes and bounces. Hot tag. Charlotte's in there again. Charlotte going to the top rope with that really bad knee. I'm not sure how smart that is, but a really nice flying body press, kind of Ricky Steamboat-esque. Got some chops here. Got some woos from the crowd. I could see Charlotte and Rodriguez having a good match. They're two pretty big women. Again, a very needless, like a flip into a clothesline. Wasn't really needed, I don't think. I think that's like the bag of shit drop or whatever. Fallaway slam. Charlotte, I'm gonna say no. I think she should stay away from like the kip ups and these flips. It just looks kind of painful on her knee there. Besides that, doing good. I think it's just trying to prove that she can still do these like athletic moves, and I don't think she even really needs to do it. I don't think it really adds to the character. So anyway, and the knee's clearly not doing well. Charlotte going up for a big moonsault. Again, I'm not really sure why you need to do that with a bad knee, but that landed. That was really good. All right. Since Charlotte's in here, things have really picked up. Really, really nice moonsault. Really nice moonsault. Speaking of moonsaults, really sad seeing the Great Buddha using a walker at a show recently. A guy that truly gave his body to the business. So Charlotte was going for the figure four. Perez did a moonsault to break up the break up the pin. Again, something that people bitch about AEW, like not getting people out of the ring. Both the women on the heel team are just in the ring, but the rest not throwing any of them out. Oh, Alexa went to forearm one of the heels, and they ducked, and she hit Charlotte. So I assume we're building up to the big Alexa Bliss Charlotte breakup. I haven't watched her TV to really know any of the storyline here. Would have been nice to show a little video package. I guess they show that, but only if you watch the pay show. Kind of like a one-arm power bomb. I don't know how I feel about that. And then the Pop Rocks. But Alexa Bliss breaks it up. The Pop Rocks is like a sunset flip bomb. Alexa really looks like a child in there, like throwing a tantrum. And she is so just tiny. But she's got the crowd into it, so. Bliss dragging Charlotte into their corner of the ring so she could get the tag. Her arms are so short, I guess she did tag. It was kind of weird. Kind of looked like she was T-Rex armed or something. Perez immediately goes to a small package, gets a 2 count, a spin kick on Alexa Bliss, bounce off the middle rope, which I do like, and to just this like straight up punch by Alexa Bliss. Again, is very strange by this tiny little lady. And I guess we're going for the Sister Abigail. Charlotte's coming up the back. She does not look happy. So Alexa stops. But then Charlotte, she does the big kick on Rodriguez. Alexa Bliss with the pin. New tag champs. Not the team I wanted to win. It's funny. This kind of deal's been seemed overdone like 20 years ago. The idea of like teams stuck together that don't really like each other, but they win anyway, and that's still going today. I guess it's just a storyline that will be ever a staple in wrestling. Not the greatest match. The last match obviously way better. It's honestly not a bad match either. All right, so I assume we're going to go into what did you folks end the match? Yeah. Charlotte looked good after the when she got the hot tag. I know, Dobbs, but then she forgave her. So I assume now we're going to go to another 20 minutes of ads. We'll see. I need to get some ads here. Who's a good sponsor for In Your Head? Now, this is true. This isn't some bullshit like Intra makes up. This is a true story. I got an email recently from what is it called? The Solo Blow? Something like that. And it's a blowjob machine. This is true. Turbo Blow or something like that. And it's a blowjob machine. It's like a device. And the inventor of the Auto Blow. That's an Auto Blow. And the inventor wants to come on the show. So I don't know. Should I interview the inventor of the Auto Blow? Maybe they'll send me one. I'll put it up on the bookshelf. Oh, this is again the stuff I really dislike. They go backstage with a bunch of the job guys and they're all eating pizza. So we got a real idiot ad for Papa John's. So who do we got here? We got the New Day. Is that who is the mask guy? Oh wow, Brie Bella's back. When you feel weird, like you come back for the first time in years and you're like in a pizza ad. Now they're all like orgasmic over some Papa John's pizza. No one's taking a bite yet. They're just standing around holding it. They're like, yeah, look at this fucking pizza. Yeah, pizza there. Yeah, baby, pizza. Now we got some cricket ads. Like all these like ripped guys with abs, and he's like this real skinny lady, and they're back there eating like 5 pizzas. Actually, I'm supposedly going to interview a guy from Weapons. Oh God, more ads here. So, well, Weapons does look cool. I'd like to see it. So, earlier today for folks here, we got some different crowd here. Vic Schiavone, Dobbs. Early today, I did daily horror daily here on Without Your Head. So I'm going to start doing that daily, as the name says. So some days it'll be I'll always be live, but sometimes the interview will be previously recorded, but it will be a brand new interview. Today I interviewed Mike Willowan, who directed Monster Island on Shudder. I've got some cool interviews coming up. Ginger Land, legendary porn adult film star. Probably stuff like Vic used to watch back in the day. She's really cool. Crispin Glover's coming on the show. A lot of good folks. And then sometimes they'll be just live with the guest. They'll be a little bit shorter than my normal stuff, so probably half hour to an hour. The format. And that'll be every day, daily-ish. Some days I won't be live. And then live every Tuesday for In Your Head. And then Thursday for the regular Without Your Head program. Both those are very long format podcasts. But the other ones will be shorter. But they're fun. A lot of cool interviews. And like this, I think I'm going to try to pop on every once in a while and do these live watch-alongs. Nice finish, almost made up for the rest of the match being blah. I will say they were put in a bad position, too. I ordered Domino's. Match, yeah, I agree. Lone Spectre match is just okay. Next up was Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Man, Sami Zayn was so over. I really think they should have put the belt on him. Karrion Kross, so it's a guy I really saw nothing in, I have to be honest. And then he's been getting got himself over with the internets, and so we'll see. I haven't really seen him, to be honest, since he started getting over. So, all right, we got a cool entrance here with Karrion Kross, Scarlet, black and white. We got like the Falcon or something flying in. Not the Marvel character, but an actual animal, hawk or falcon. Karrion Kross gets similar tattoos as Roman Reigns. If I got some tattoos, Dobbs, what should I get? Should I get Master Zog tattoo? I think everyone involved in Arbor Day should get matching tattoo. That's my idea. We should all get Master Zog tattoos. I will say, even though the entrance is cool, very low energy theme song. Kind of just makes me want to sit back and take a nap or something. Fall and pray. We got Scarlett here's lip syncing to the song. Then we get the blah, and then it goes from black and white to color. It's almost like Wizard of Oz. We're not in Kansas anymore. Than the movies in color. We're not in Kansas anymore, Scarlett. I hope they don't bear. I actually am going with Sami Zayn, but I'm not really seeing Kross. Besides, last time I saw him was at like WrestleMania, and he was in one of the only matches that no one cared about. But from understanding, he's been getting the crowd behind him. So I don't know a lot about him besides I always hear a lot of hype, and then when I see him, I always think he's just like a guy. Well, let's do this, baby. Oh, now we got a Chase Freedom credit card, Minute Maid. Have you ever seen would it be possible to have more ads? The only thing they could even do to up the ads would just like start putting ads on the wrestlers. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. We got Sami Zayn coming out. Still over with the crowd. I'd love to see him at least get one run as champ. Definitely guy deserves it. I think he deserves a lot of credit for the bloodline getting so over. Out comes Sami Zayn. A pretty nice beard. I just trimmed mine up recently. I shaved the head. What do you think, Dobbs? You like the shaved head look? I do miss the sideburns, but I don't think I can really have a shaved head and sideburns. I think it looks odd. Whoa, 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 whoa. Coming up next for the puppet, feet and legs. Look at that, feet and legs. So these need to be covered in fur, and then the Zog will have feet and legs, and really from there, the only thing left is to do his clothes. He will have a wizard's robe. My plan is to use some armature wire, some heavy gauge armature wire in the legs, so they are posable. I don't have a penis. So there will be the penis poll if Master Zog should have a penis. I say no. Dobbs, Tara, AJ, Shannon Wallen are all pro penis. So I think it's only me and Deft are not necessarily anti penis, but not really feeling the penis. Not feeling the penis like my boy Dobbs. He's all about it. I think Jonathan Jackson, he's very pro penis. All right, so we got Sami Zayn about to do a springboard moonsault, but Kross pulls him down outside the mat, punches him in the face. Throw, wow, nice. You went to throw Sami Zayn into the barricade. Sami Zayn does a springboard off the barricade. Very athletic guy. I don't think Sami Zayn gets... I guess a lot of people know he's good, but I don't know if he gets the credit he deserves. I do feel that they will give him a title reign. It might be short like Jay Uso, but I'm okay with that. I don't think everyone's title reign needs to be like 2 years. In real life, not everyone has a belt forever. And then it makes the long title reigns that much more important. Is that an Excelsior tattoo on his back? Yeah, I always think as Excelsior as Stan Lee, but I don't know what it means here. Karrion Kross stomps on the fingers. That's a mean move, just stomping on the man's fingers. Let's go Kross chance. There is not a person that does not have a deal. I was making an expression of what they're saying. Then I realized you people, unless you're watching live, don't know what they're saying. But they were like, there's not a man alive who doesn't have a deep, dark side or a deep, dark spirit or something. I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Let's see here. So what's on his is that a 12 Roman numeral 12? Yeah, 12 on the one knee. Devil you know on the back tights across. Sami Zayn with old school double axe handle. Going up to the second rope. for another double axe handle. Trying to get the crowd into it, but I got to say they're kind of lukewarm for him. Sami Zayn going for like a backdrop. Kross reverses it, then gives him a fisherman buster. Sami Zayn kicks out, does not get the pin. So far, I don't know. Not really into this one. Damn! Karrion Kross just called him a stupid bastard. Just say it. Just say what? I quit. Yes, Karrion Kross, he's rubbing his boot in his face, punching him, tell him to say it, but I'm not really sure what he's supposed to say. Do you want him to quit? Would he just quit in the middle of nothing? Sami Zayn with some chops. Not the most powerful chops in the world. Some punches. Again, not the most powerful punches in the world. Crowd chanting along to the punches. Some very weak looking, just kind of pounding like this. Looks like, I don't know, like one of the Three Stooges or something. Sami Zayn throwing Karrion Kross off the ropes. I don't know. This match is not good. It's not that's not necessarily work good, but we got Sami Zayn keeps looking at the crowd like to get like this big reaction. The crowd's just there, so it kind of just looks kind of bad. The Doomsday Sayota by Karrion Kross. I'll just be honest, this doesn't seem like a pay-per-view match. This kind of like a match that would be on SmackDown or something. I just don't think Karrion Kross has like the it factor. It's not that he doesn't try or anything. I don't know. I think there's just something missing. You have to be really exceptional today, I think, to make it big. We got the steel pipe being given to Karrion Kross from Scarlett with the big steel pipe. And we get Scarlett is trying to distract the ref. Karrion Kross has a steel pipe. He's running at Sami Zayn. Zayn ducks. Blue Thunder Bomb from Sami Zayn. Gets the 2 count, I assume. Yeah. The crowd was into the near fall. I do think putting the Roman Reigns match on first is a mistake. I think it's kind of killed the crowd because they haven't really. Last match are more into than I thought they would be, but they're not really into this. Sami Zayn with some Sami Zayn really shouldn't do all these punches. They don't look good. Missing like everyone by quite a bit. Now we got some weak stomps by Sami Zayn that just look atrocious, honestly. Look very bad. Sami Zayn with some more. I don't think Sami Zayn when he's trying to do this real like violent stuff looks good at all. Like just not he's not convincing as being like this violent mean guy. And the strikes are just not good. Now what? Now Scarlett is offering the lead pipe to Sami Zayn. The moment of truth for Zayn, as Michael Cole says. So is there a storyline here that Sami Zayn might join Scarlett? I don't really get this. I'm not sure. Excuse me. So, will he join the dark side? I don't really understand this. I haven't really watched the show. So is this an ongoing storyline? Like, why would I thought Scarlett and Karrion were pretty close. So, but Sami Zayn says no, and he throws the lead pipe down. I will not do it. Then Karrion Kross gets up and rolls up Sami Zayn with the vicious roll up, but Sami kicks out of it. They kind of stumble around the ring, almost fall over. Sami Zayn with a exploder, didn't look too hot. I guess we're going to get the hell of a kick, a haluva kick onto Karrion Kross. That one looked good. Karrion Kross down, but no. Oh, he hooks the leg. Wow, 3 count. That was definitely a nothing match. That was not a pay-per-view caliber match. Just a real nothing match, honestly. Like, it was fine. It was a totally fine match. If that was a SmackDown match or on Raw, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. On a SummerSlam, not it. I don't know what's happening, but I don't know if Kross is hurt, but Sami's really looking down, talking to him. What a putz. So his lady was trying to get Sami to turn on him. And then that distraction just led to Sami beating Karrion Kross anyway. Not a good match, not a well-booked match. Just, I don't know, to me, a real nothing match. Just, I would just say lame finish to a lame match. It was really just there. And the finish, like, it just made, I don't think it made anyone look particularly good. Like, why did she do it? You know, Sami's stand-up guy. Sami's got an erection. Sami had an erection there. He had like a semi-stiff. It was sticking out a little bit. I don't know if he was checking out Scarlett or he's just really excited to get a win on SummerSlam. Now he's all smiling. He's like, yeah, I know it. I'm not even joking. He had like a semi-erect. It was like sticking out. It was kind of weird. So now they're saying if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, and then it goes into the humble brag, if there wasn't 53,161 people here at SummerSlam, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, we wouldn't have them here. If it wasn't for guys that have been here for decades, we wouldn't have 53,160. What a weird way. It's like we're gonna pay tribute to a man, but at the same time, let's just humbly brag that, by the way, 53,161 people here right now. If it wasn't for this guy, those people would not be here. So, yeah, we're showing Hogan talking about his great moments fighting Shawn Michaels. Yeah, when I think of all the great memories of Hulk Hogan, I really think of his feud with Shawn Michaels. You got Andre the Giant, Macho Man, Paul Orndorff, the NWO. But I really think of the big Shawn Michaels one. Nick Hogan. Well, I haven't seen Nick Hogan for a while. I do like the red shirt, yellow tie on Nick Hogan. Nick Hogan looked better than probably every time I've seen him. This is nice though. We got playing Real American. We got a lot of people in the crowd. NWO shirts. We got kids with Hulkamania. I assume they're planted. I don't know. It's kind of weird when they all have the same shirt, but maybe not. So anyway, that was nice. So nice tribute to Hulk Hogan. Why not show? Could have showed some of his SummerSlam moments. He was, a big part of the early SummerSlams. Him and Zeus. We got an ad now for merchandise. The OTC, CM Punk, some woman with big fake lips, John Cena. The Fanatic experience. My favorite part of that match was looking at Scarlett. Yeah, that match was not good. Let's be honest. Not good. All right, so now some more ads. We got some good Lord. How no one can defend these ads to me. I mean, come on. No drama, just dominance. Checking my messages here while we're doing this show. Sure you guys don't mind. Let's see. I can't. I have a voicemail, but I can't listen to that. Who knows what the hell happened? Let's see here. I'm just checking some messages. I don't think I have interviews tomorrow. It's one of the first time in a long time. Oh, I do have to get up early. I'm recording something for a movie. You get up at 8:30? I have to be ready at 8:30. I have to get up really early. Good Lord. They know who I am. Fucking nasty Neil. I don't need to get up at fucking 8:30. Checking some messages here, checking out the social media. Hit the like button, subscribe, and fuck all these ads on SummerSlam. Good Lord. That's insane. It's insane, I tell you. For people who care about such things, Arbor Day. I know I've been talking about this for a year, but now things are really rolling. The campaign will launch at the first of the year, and we will film in the spring. And so the actual cast is coming together. As people know, some people have dropped out behind the scenes and people that will be on the scenes. So anyway, we have recast the lead villain in Arbor Day. It will be Tara Hutchinson. Tara Hutchinson will be playing Lunadette Speed, the leader of the Cult of Arbor. She's the new co-host on Without Your Head. She's from New Village Video, from the Intimity Tape. She has she's a photographer. She's an actress. She's a cool all-around person. So she'll be there. AJ Cutler, also my new co-host, will be playing Riley, one of the main characters on the show. Formerly was going to be played by Joe Needbala. And Joe's a good guy as well, so he may still be involved in the movie. But he has some personal stuff going on. So. Anyway, I'm very excited, though. AJ Cutler and Tara Hutchinson, now part of Arbor Day, along with Bill Whedon, Michael St. Michaels, Dan Yeager, a lot of good folks. Myself, Terrible Troy. I'm making props. Troy's making stuff. It'll be a good time. I was going to stay up tonight after this and finish these legs. But I'm not really sure. I might want to go to sleep early if I got to get up to 8. I might do that. Go to bed early, get up early, then afterwards I'll make legs. I've already made the legs. I need to put the fur on them. God, do I hate this guy, Sam, whatever his fucking name is. Does really anyone in the world like Sam Harris? What is his name? Sam, whatever. I really there's no way anyone actually likes this guy, do they? Time for more ads. Yeah, good Lord. Xfinity ads, seat upgrade, thanks to Xfinity. What kind of jackass watches this? And they're just like, yes, let's go Xfinity. Hell yeah, I fucking love Subway. Come on. God damn, WWE. People yell at me about, like, I like those long AEW pay-per-views, but, like, I don't get bored watching that, and it's, like, 6 hours long, but if it was 20 minutes of ads in between, got Jade Cargill. Who's this woman? I don't know who this other woman is. He's got a lot of very similar looking women here. Tiffany Stratton. I've heard a lot about her. I don't think I've honestly ever seen her. I think Jade Cargill, I honestly think has gotten worse since going to WWE. Like I knew she's very green in AEW. And everyone, I really think they've brainwashed people like that. Everyone needs to be trained in NXT and then they become amazing and all this stuff. And they'll send people there. It's been wrestling for like decades. And I'm not saying Jade Cargill is that, but and it's like, well, do they really need to learn how to wrestle again? And then they'll send people like her, or they bring her into the company. And in theory, I would think, well, this will make her better. But I think she's actually worse wrestler than she used to be. Now we got White Castle ads. These people sitting around like fucking jizzing in their pants over some microwaved White Castle. Like, Like, I get it. It's just some microwave food, like, if you're hungry, but does anyone just get, like, super excited about microwave cheeseburger? Man, it started out great. The first match was awesome. The women's match was fine. This last match was just nothing. And then it's just friggin' nonstop ads. Good lord. Why do we care about two? Yeah, I don't. Why the fuck do I care? Good for them. And what am I supposed to like go fucking blow Xfinity now or something? Because they gave 2 tickets, or they didn't even give 2 tickets away. They're like, well, you had bad seats, they get better seats, and they must already have those seats saved. Old Ring of Honor guy should always throw good. Yeah, man, I don't know. Sami Zayn was not good in the match. He looked like shit. And when I met Sam, that Sam, what's his name? I don't even know his name. Not Sami Zayn. I mean, he was not good in that match, I don't think. But Sam, that guy used to be like he was like the gopher and Opie Anthony, and then somehow he just took over the whole show. And I can't imagine anyone like actually enjoys him. How did he ever get to be such a big deal? Just weaseled his way in. Like seriously, how could anyone like that guy? What is his name? Sam Roberts. Sam Roberts. No one can actually be a fan of his, can they? Lone Spectre, like, are you a bit like maybe someone could tolerate him, but is anyone like, man, I really love Sam Roberts? No, it wasn't for any belt. I don't know what it was for, honestly. Kind of felt like it was carrying Kross the last hurrah, to be honest. We got some dude, some tattooed guy drinking beer with some other dude. I assume I should know who these people are. All right, now we're back to a MetLife Stadium. What do you when you're there? Do you just sit there? You just sit there for like 20 minutes? Do they show you anything? Do they throw out? How could you throw out free T-shirts? So big. Come on, get to the fucking match. Good lord. All right, Jade Cargill comes out. Pretty cool robe. What's that robe of? Is that like Jamaica or something? I don't know. South Africa. Who? Because it looks like someone used to wear those colors. Kofi Kingston. The Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill. No, I was right originally. Jamaica. Jamaica. Almost all the women now wear those. I don't even know what you call them. Those like little straps under their butt cheek, so it really like enhances the ass. Used to be just like a couple people I saw wore them. It seems like everyone wears them now. Jade Cargill. I was always a fan of hers, honestly. I haven't been very impressed in WWE. Ton of presence, ton of charisma. This match is presented to you by Seagram Spite. I like that eventually be like, next up, this clothesline is presented to you by Subway. That was the Braun Breaker Subway clothesline. This pile driver is brought to you by Wendy's. This Irish good lord, everything's well, what's that guy? What's the ring announcer wearing? He's got like a cool like jacket on. Tiffany Stratton. I've heard a lot about her. I don't think I've ever seen her in a singles match. I may have. No, I take that back. I think I saw her versus Charlotte. She's not particularly good. Very fake looking woman, giant, fake lips. Let's see. She just trained to be a wrestler 4 years ago. She can't be a baby face acting like this, is she? Is she supposed to be a baby face? This can't be. She can't be a baby face. Vic's gonna put chickens to bed. Is that a euphemism? Dude sucks. I assume you meant Sam Roberts. Yeah. Look at this. What's going on with the ring announcer? Oh, it's a woman. Queen of the Ring. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get on with this match. I find this Stratton very annoying already. Is she a baby face? She just seems very unlikable. Alicia Taylor. All right. The great Alicia Taylor. Wow, she's got a crazy look. I like it. I'm digging it. The jacket's pretty rocking. Looks like she's like in Beyond Thunderdome or something with the hairdo. Is that an Illuminati jacket? Or her and The Rock gonna take someone's soul? Oh, this is the match where they get that weird camera. It almost makes it look like they're in front of a green screen, but they're not. I never know what I think of this. Like, it's very cool, this camera they do, but at the same time, it looks kind of odd. I don't know. Well, I'm definitely going with Jade Cargill. I already can't stand this woman. I don't even know who she is. Tiffany Stratton. I like Jade Cargill. I just don't think she's improved in WWE, but I like her. I don't like this woman at all. How can she be a bait? Doesn't she just look like someone you want to see get beat up? Your athletic skill set. This is what Bad News Barrett's telling me. Well, when they show up high here, there's like a lot of empty seats on the floor. I don't know if everyone decided to leave now or they all went to go to the restroom. All right, we got a old school arm drag there by Stratton. All right, I like that. Stratton has very weird boots because like the knees are like out of the boots. Stratton took the bump before Jade Cargill even did the boot. There was so much power from that boot, it made her fall backwards before it even got to her. Doesn't look like those boots would offer much support. Both of them they're wearing tights to enhance their booty, but Jade Cargill far superior in the booty here. Jade Cargill has won in the booty contest. No, it's a no contest, really. Kip up by outside the ring here. They're fighting outside the ring. We had a cool kip up by Jade Cargill. Is Tiffany hurt already? She's just kind of falling around. I don't know. Yeah, she's a wow. Doesn't she just seem like a heel? Comes out there like seems like she's so over the top of being a heel. The only match I liked was the opening. I agree. The last match was poor, and I actually am a Sami fan. Tiffany Stratton with a suicide dive, which almost was like a legit suicide dive because she hit the ropes and almost just fell. Looked like she might have hurt her wrist, honestly. Again, I don't want to be a broken clock or whatever, but suicide dive, I think in every match, And if that happens in AEW, people are like, oh my God, they all flying, doing all the gymnastics. But it's really just modern wrestling. Everyone does it in every match. A swanton by Stratton doesn't even get a 1 count. All right, so Tiffany Stratton is doing the old Great Muda springboard. Jade Cargill catches her in a backbreaker. Very nice. Very nicely done, Jade. Beat her ass, Jade. I want to see Jade win. Jade running in with a this kid's kind of get flipped over the rope. Shoulder block by Jade. Springboard into a super kick and the big knee slap. Jade Cargill has her in like a torture rack. Flips it into a power bomb. Just pin her. We don't need this match to be a epic match. Check out Jade Cargill's match. Only got 2. I agree. Just say it's 3. Jade always has a smile on her face when she's doing moves, which I get kind of a kick out. But it's kind of weird. It's almost like she's not like trying to hurt her. She's just like kind of proud that she's doing this move. Jade with an elbow into the corner. Now running again into another elbow. We get some legs up. Not done very well. Now Tiffany's going for a rolling senton. I don't think that's what that was actually, but that's what Michael Cole called it. All right, so Jade's bringing Cargill back in the ring with a suplex. Kind of a little sloppy. Nice rollover. I think we're going to get another suplex, but Stratton reversed it. Kind of the story of the match here so far is like they're going toe-to-toe. One does not one, the other one does something else. One suplex, the other one doesn't a suplex. I think it would work better if Stratton was like as physically imposing as Jade, which she's not tiny, but actually pretty big lady, but she's not like muscular as Jade. I always thought that was what really set Jade apart, was she's supposed to be like the powerhouse. All right, so I think we're getting a choke slam here by Jade, or maybe a press slam, or no, another. It was kind of like a choke slam, and then Stratton reversed it into a hurricanrana. Now we get another springboard elbow drop, or elbow into the corner, like Great Muda style. But it's weird that the Great Muda always did that move, but it's really been co-opted by all the women in wrestling. Very poor Alabama slam by Stratton. No snap on it, very weak. Springboard moonsault, which was pretty rocking, and then Jade got the both legs up. That was really cool, honestly. Jade's going for her finisher. I'm not sure what that's called. She hits it so close to the ropes. I assume it'll be yeah. So it was so close to the ropes. Stratton got into the rope, so not a finisher. Those pie things in the corner made me think of Trivial Pursuit, but I don't think they are. So Stratton's very athletic. I don't know what to think of her. I don't really like the personality for a baby face. I think she has definitely the personality for a heel, but in the ring so far, pretty good. Jade Cargill going for a finisher again, kind of reversed into a roll up. Now going for another slam. This time she hit a very Kane-esque choke slam, Jade Cargill. That is very strange. No psychology there. She does the choke slam, then just picks her up and tosses her into the corner for some reason. I don't really understand. And now Jade's like, just starts. It's very weird. It's like they did a cool move. Now I'm just going to go do some other cool move. It's this. Now this is horrendous because they're both in the corner, clearly working together to set the move up. Reverse. That's a move that would be ridiculed in AEW, rightfully so. Like it was clearly just set up. working together to do a move. It took them like that match blew. Just, that match sucked. I mean, that whole end just sucked. Like Jade hit a choke slam, and then for no reason just picks her up, puts her in the corner to try to do some other move, which was clearly like them working together. Just that whole end segment. The other was it was all right up until that end. That whole end segment was bad. That was just bad. That's like Jim Cornette would call stuff phony wrestling, but that was very phony. Like they worked together to do something or other that was reversed, and then Tiffany just does a moonsault and pins Jade. Wow. That was bad. I don't know. I don't see a bright future here for Jade. I think that might be the end of Jade's run. Wow, I completely disagree. I would have much rather seen the belt on Jade than this lady. That match sucked. Oh God. Oh, more ads. I don't know if I could finish this show. Good Lord. At least we're seeing the Smashing Machine trailer. That looks good. Wow, this started so good. I was like, wow, you know what? This SummerSlam might be good. Then we tag match was Sami Zayn sucked. That match sucked. I assume he has only 2 more matches, so I guess we're gonna get Randy Orton and Jelly Roll next. Are that match happening or what? I guess we'll find out. So not a very good show. First match, fantastic. Honestly, that should have been the main event, the first match so far. I mean, Gunther match will be good. Got a cricket ad, some eating. Yeah, I think that's the end of Jade, to be honest. Man, I like Jade. I've always liked Jade. And I like it way better than Tiffany Stratton, I have to say. But that match was not particularly good. The end was really poor. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the end of Jade and Karrion Kross, to be honest. If I were a betting man, which I am, I would say that's the end of definitely the end. I think that's definitely the end of Karrion Kross. And I think that's the end of Jade Cargill. Just a clean loss. I think that's the end of her. Get closer than you ever do to the beautiful game. We've got some kind of ad for soccer or something. Oh my God. Look, I get sometimes you have a break on these shows, you go get a drink, go to the bathroom. But do you need to do that between every single match? Do I need to go make some popcorn or get a cup of soda or go use the restroom, every 10 to 15 minutes? There's as much ads as there is wrestling. Really just there's no flow to the show. It's just like and I mean it's sold out, so what do I know, man? That's what people like. I don't know. I don't like it. That was a cool Undertaker shirt. Cardi B. Okay. It's kinda weird, be like, Stephanie McMahon's here. Doesn't she, like, run the company? So, they're like, Stephanie McMahon, the host of a podcast. Like, yeah, that's what Stephanie McMahon's known for in the WWE is hosting a podcast. There's a lot of WWE podcasts. Huh? SummerSlam, Jelly Roll, and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Good Lord. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's in-ring debut. All right. I don't know. I mean, I know the name Cardi B. Good Lord. More ads. Come on. Good Lord. Oh, God. How do people sit through these? I'm glad they're just free on Peacock. I really wouldn't pay $50. I guess, you get ads because you're not paying $50. Do they need so many ads in between every match? Come on. If they cut out all these ads, this could have been just a one-night show. Come on, get on with it. Enough. I want to see Jelly Roll wrestle. Let's see my boy Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. Yeah. I'm gonna go make some dinner. Now we got a Subway. The Subway ad has an ad for. This is weird. So this is like meta. I'm watching SummerSlam, and I'm watching an ad for Subway in SummerSlam, and the ad for SummerSlam. The ad for Subway on SummerSlam is also an ad for Happy Gilmore too. So it's like an ad within an ad. Now we've got an ad for, I don't know what we're even advertising now. Good Lord, Bank of America or something. Jesus Christ. Do they have to do all this stuff? Do they have to have ads on the mat, on the tables, and have all these ads and take money from Saudi Arabia? Can't they pick and choose? They're like, well, we either have to take money from Saudi Arabia or show nonstop ads. Do they have to do all these things? Oh my God. How do people sit through this? If I was just watching this like by myself, like on the TV, sitting on the recliner, I'd be like, I guess it's just made to watch and like in the background, and then like you can do other stuff while these ads run for every 20 minutes for 20 minutes. Oh man, who's gonna get pinned by a Jelly Roll? Wouldn't that be lame if Drew McIntyre gets pinned by Jelly Roll? No, it's a true story. Back in the day, Drew McIntyre actually contacted In Your Head to come on the podcast, and intro's like, "Why would you want this idiot on the show?" I'm not even making that up. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Drew. I'm sorry, Sheamus or Sheamus. Throwing him under the bus, and I had the wrong guy. Intro will be back this week. He was back last week too, but we'll be back Tuesday. Me and the OIB talking wrestling. I don't know if I'm going to make it through a night 2 of this. All right, so let's see. We got Logan Paul coming down the ring. Dancing around. Now, I cannot stand Logan Paul, but I will not deny he's very talented wrestler, especially for a guy who didn't really have real training, only wrestles a few times a year. But I can't stand the guy, but he is very talented. He's a very talented guy. Pretty impressive, honestly, to not like not grow up in wrestling or not go to wrestling school or not go to the training center, and to come in and be like a talent enough guy where you don't need to even hide him in tag matches. You can just have singles matches. Now, will Jelly Roll be on that level? I really doubt it. I know I give Jelly Roll credit for losing like hundreds of pounds and getting into some decent shape where because I remember he was in the ring last year or something, and like he had to get help getting off the mat. So there was like no way he would have been able to do a match unless he just took no bumps or never, did a move. Didn't he get hurt like training for this match? I think I saw he like broke his pinky or something. So I am curious. Is this the future of wrestling? It'd just be all quote unquote celebrities. Well, Weekend in there. Who's a celebrity you'd like to see wrestle on an upcoming WWE show? Who would make a good wrestler in your mind that we haven't seen before? Seems like singers are what they like. Singers make really good wrestlers, I guess. What was Logan Paul? Was he just an influencer? I don't really know. I don't really know much about the guy. I always hate that term influencer. I wish I was an influencer. I don't influence shit. Drew McIntyre. I'm a big fan. Man, remember how over this guy was? And then they put the belt on during the friggin' lockdown. So he wins the title in like at WrestleMania in like an empty building with a fan, and not even a fan like in the crowd, an actual ceiling fan. I think that really hurt his career, and he's done a great job since then. Really, I think since Vince left, he's been freaking great. Now he's in a match with Jelly Roll. Hmm. Well, at least he didn't get deported. He's back in wrestling here, back in wrestling for WWE. Maybe that's why Triple H did this deal with Trump. He's like, you got to get my boy back in the country. Prime Scottish beef. All right, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul making their entrances. Looking pretty badass here. Drew McIntyre should be main event guy. I guess he still is, but all right, already get fucking Jelly Roll out here. Time's a wasting. I don't want to be here all night. It's only been on 2 hours, but it seems like it's been on 4 or 5. Come on already. We get it. Now this match is brought to us by Slim Jim. This is fucking ridiculous. Every match is brought to you by some bullshit. There's bullshit all over the ring. There's bullshit all over the table. Every time in between matches, we got to hear all these ads. Good Lord. What the hell music is this? Is this Jeff Jarrett? Oh, this is a Jelly Roll song? I don't think I've ever heard him sing. I'm your pal, I'm your mother. I'm your pal, not your buddy. Yeah, I'm the Jelly Roll, and I'm coming here to SummerSlam. I'm your man. Is that his song? That sounds terrible. You're the high, bro, yeah. What? He wants to pay. Pay allegiance to the apex predator? Oh, God. He's got those real fake white teeth, too. Does everyone have those? Do they just all share them? They just, like, after the match, they, like, here's the teeth. Give them back to me after the match. Yeah. The son of a sinner. I kind of like that. The son of a sinner. We used to have the son of a plumber. Now we get the son of a sinner. Randy Orton's the son of the sinner? Oh, I thought Jelly Roll was the son of a sinner. Why is Randy Orton the son of a sinner? What's Cowboy Bob Orton a sinner for? Bunny XO? Good Lord. She's number 2 on Spotify comedy charts, Bunny XL or whatever. All right, Jelly Roll getting in the ring. This match brought to you by Polydon. Isn't that bad? Everyone just gets these like the fakest teeth you ever seen. Jelly Roll's a country. Yeah, I didn't realize it either until they start playing the tune. Incher's a big fan. He's always a big fan of guys with facial tattoos. Boy, I'm really excited for this. Or was he the son? Who is the son of the sinner? Was Jelly Roll the son of a sinner? I like that name better than Jelly Roll. You should just call him the son of a sinner. I would be more likely to see a guy in concert named the son of a sinner than Jelly Roll. Why are they just bending over? Oh, they're doing the Orton, the Randy pose, but Jelly Roll just like it was very weird. He just like bent over in the ring and was like looking behind his back, like he's expecting someone to come up from behind. All right, get on with this bullshit. Michael Cole with the Paul headband on. Austin Zirkle in the house. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this out. Join us on YouTube. This is being live on Facebook, several different places, Twitch, Kick. But it helps us out if you come over to the YouTube page and give some likes there, comments, subscribe, become a member. If you would like to help support the channel, starts only $3 a month, or you become a producer like our boys, El Santos World, Brian Matthew Clutter, and the Lurker. Okay, let's get this going here. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. Hell yeah. Jelly. Oh, man. Logan Paul just runs in and hits Jelly Roll in the face. And Orton's pissed. He's like, how dare you hit this guy in a wrestling match? There's no punching in wrestling. Wow, Randy Orton's looking fucking huge. He's really he's taking a lot of vitamins, huh, Randy? I assume they must not have the wellness policy anymore? I've never seen him so jacked. You've been getting kind of the old wrestling belly where it's like still all muscle, but it's kind of bulging out. All right, you got Jelly Roll in here, an upstanding citizen. He's got, some nice facial tattoos. He's got a rose on his forehead. I'm thinking about getting some face tattoos, getting the In Your Head logo right in the middle of my forehead, maybe. The son of a sinner is on the back of his work shirt. Jelly Roll's going to town. Come on, Jelly Roll. Yeah. I know Vic's a big Jelly Roll fan. Jelly Roll ran in, got kicked in the belly. I could tell already Jelly Roll is not a good wrestler. Logan Paul, he is not. Jelly Roll saying, I will not run the ropes. Jelly Roll throwing Logan Paul up the ropes. Really bad elbow, not a bad shoulder block. And then the guy's not made for this. I mean, yeah, I'll give it to Logan Paul of all people, really trying to make this guy look like something. Jelly Roll with the body slam, which was really all Logan Paul. Now he's off the ropes doing a elbow. Oh man, this guy's bad. He's having a hard time getting up off the mat. Now we're getting. Come on, I'm hoping that McIntyre doesn't have to sell this fucking guy. Jelly Roll. Good Lord. I'd rather see Big Boom AJ. Perfectly honest. They should do the Jay Leno arm twist spot. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This guy's probably about as good as Jay Leno. I can't say less known. I guess he's pretty popular. A bigger guy than Jay Leno. But not an impressively big guy. Just like a fat dude with skinny arms. Clearly not athletic, even just the way he walks around. Wow, this is bad. This is bad. Jelly Roll. Now Jelly Roll's, he's like, come on, I got this, Randy. I can do it. I could take out Drew McIntyre. Show him what you're about, Jelly Roll. Randy Orton's giving the pep talk. Show him what you're about, Jelly Roll. Go in there and beat some ass. Jelly Roll's like, he's looking sad. We got Drew McIntyre, grabs him by the neck. Jelly Roll's. Drew McIntyre says, "Is this the day wrestling? They should have said the day wrestling dies, the day your music dies." They were singing bye, bye, old Jelly Roll. We got a nice headbutt there by Drew McIntyre. Jelly Roll actually took a bump. Now he's just kind of slopping around the ring like a jellyfish. We got Drew McIntyre helping him up to his knees here, choking him. This guy blows. Oh man, fucking Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, I don't think he can run ropes. Even if you lose weight, like if you've been really out of shape for all this time, like your knees are gonna be shot and stuff. So let's see some chops by Drew McIntyre. I don't know what's going on. Big punch to the face. Oh boy, this is bad. Can you believe Jelly Roll's gonna be in the ring all this time selling when he sucks? I hope so. I hope this isn't like a hour. Do you think this will go hour Broadway? Yeah, I agree. This blows. And Logan Paul, I've said, not a fan or whatever, but I mean, clearly, like this guy is, I mean, infinitely better suited for a wrestler than Jelly Roll. He's fucking like Frank Gotch and Lou Thez, Nick Bockwinkel, Ric Flair level compared to Jelly Roll. What are they yelling? Fuck you, Logan, maybe? I don't know. They're cutting out Logan doing the old Hulk Hogan kind of deal, but then what the hell was that? That was pretty lame. It was like kind of the people's elbow was like a people's split leg drop. That Logan, that was not good. That was not good. I mean, it's better than anything Jelly Roll is going to do. I'll say that. Come on, get Jelly Roll out of here. The guy fucking sucks. If you have someone that just completely sucks, like Just have him come in and do a couple spots. Not he's in the whole match. Making Jelly pay. Yeah, and no one, like, I hear people say, "Oh, this pay-per-view so long." Where I would watch that 2 or 3 times before I watch this. The opening match of SummerSlam was great. I'll give that. I was really excited. I was like, "Wow, this match is really good. I picked a good show to watch here." And everything else has just been either like bad or just there. And then just the endless ads is a show killer. I mean, honestly, Big Boom AJ is way better than this guy. And I'm not like gonna be saying Big Boom AJ should be world champ or something, but his matches are fun and the guy can actually do some stuff. This guy just blows. Now did he just puke? I think Jelly Roll just puked in the ring. He had a big, like, long string of, like, slime roll out of his mouth. Michael Cole Jelly Roll just collapsed in the ring. That fucking sucks. Get Randy Orton in, for God's sakes. I hope Jelly Roll doesn't actually pin somebody. This guy stinks. Got the hot tag. Randy Orton, thank God, is in the ring. Randy Orton going crazy. God damn, Randy Orton's fucking enormous. Power slam by Randy Orton. Getting all pumped, getting all excited. Looks like he's gonna burst any minute here. The Scottish Terminator. I never heard that one before. Randy Orton with the vintage Randy Orton DDT there. Has him with the legs draped on the middle rope. What's Randy Orton doing now? He's pounding the mat. Oh, Logan Paul pulls Drew McIntyre outside of the ring. I agree. We got Chef Austin here. Jelly Rolls the drizzling shits. Agreed. Thank you, Vic. Orton should just RKO himself. Yeah, exactly. I agree. You should just end this put this match out of its misery. I'm not being a political guy here. I'm sure not everyone is for euthanasia, but I think euthanasia, the match would be okay. Just put, peaceful death. Put the match out of its misery. Drop the RKO on Jelly Roll. Get him out of the ring. Now we got Jelly Roll walking over, checking on Randy Orton. Fucking Jelly Roll. Logan Paul just fucking leaping. It's kind of funny because Logan Paul does this giant, like, very impressive leap, and then he just kind of does like this kind of lame double axe handle. It kind of made me laugh. I gotta say, this match is making me a Logan Paul fan. I never was a big fan, but I would always understand he is a talented wrestler. Especially for someone who's never really done it before. But he's given me a new. It's like, because this is Jelly Roll is like another guy who's never done it, and that's clear because he sucks. And then Logan Paul's out there, and he, like, you would just assume this guy's like been a wrestler for a long time. But also the problem with Logan Paul, people like, oh yeah, he can do it. I can do it too. I'm fucking Jelly Roll. I can get out there and be the next Logan Paul. Freaking Jelly Roll. Why did they have to have Jelly Roll do so much? Now Jelly Roll's being put on the table, clearly watching to see what's happening. We've got Logan Paul. He's got 2 primes in the hand. All right, I think I've become a Logan Paul fan. He's gonna jump off the top rope through the table, frog splash on Jelly Roll. Wow, that was pretty sweet. Holy shit chant. Double X Bunny or whatever her name is. Jelly Roll's girlfriend or wife. I'm sure just loves him for his for him. is not for his money or anything. She's out there very concerned. That was a friggin' great frog splash. Awesome frog splash by Logan Paul. So this is a match. Basically, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton are having a match, and Jelly Roll just happens to be there. Jelly Roll. So I guess they're going to take Jelly Roll out of this. Thank God. Yeah, he threw up in the ring earlier. It wasn't just like spit because it was like this long like slime. Kind of nasty. Yeah, I agree. Logan's. Wow, I have a lot more respect for Logan Paul after this match. I would say Logan Paul's carrying Jelly Roll more than Drew McIntyre. So now we've got Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre in the ring. Almost like Randy Orton is hurt now because Jelly Roll's hurt. I'm not sure why he's so hurt. What are the twins? Corsican twins? Like maybe he got hurt because like they have some kind of symbiotic like relationship. If you hurt Jelly Roll, you hurt Randy Orton. Not really sure. We got Michael Cole always with the humble brag. 51,000 here, don't forget. Jelly Roll being attended to. The medical personnel. We got double stops. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton out here. But God, Jelly Roll's broken in half. Oh God, the man is dead. We got some cheers. I guess Jelly Roll is up on his feet, maybe. I don't know. Not good stomps there by Logan Paul. That's all right. As far as I'm concerned, for the rest of this match, Logan Paul is A-okay in my book. That's right. Next time, celebrities, you better start listening. Is this like old school? They're like, back in the day, some celebrity liked to get in the ring, like, all right, let's break his leg, like ground by the nuts. Is that what they're doing? They're like, oh yeah, all you celebrities out there, you think you can do this? Let's go out there and make Jelly Roll a message here. Wow, nice. A really nice blockbuster by Logan Paul. Very quick, a lot of snap on that. And Randy Orton. But Jelly Roll, you know, he's there, he's trying, he's dying, but he's going to be like, I can do it. I can get in there and save my pal, my buddy. I'm going to get back in there and save Randy Orton. How sad is that going to be if Jelly Roll gets in there and pins anybody? Anybody in the chat have any face tattoos? Chef Zirkle? Austin, you got a face tattoo? Where's the Jesus fish? Yeah, I think it's stuff that keeps coming off of Jelly Roll. Honestly, I think it's like stuff off his work shirt. I think the letters come off and just stick to him. So I kind of missed what happened. Somehow Randy Orton is now on offense, and he's doing the old superplex, which his dad made famous. Come on already. Jelly Roll's like still like barely moving. We know what's happening. He's looking at the crowd. He's like, I'm Jelly Roll. I can do it. Now his eyes are getting big. He can do it. He's like, no, let me back in there. Jelly Roll. I'm fucking Jelly Roll. I'm going to get in there and save Randy Orton. The crowd is getting into it. He's throwing up some more. He's like the new Draws. I don't mean he's crippled, but he's like puking. He's going to puke. So Randy Orton's going to get the hot tag on Jelly Roll. Well, hey, the crowd's into it. Fucking Jelly Roll's now back. So he was dead. Now he's back. Some clotheslines. Now he's goozling. Logan Paul's going to do a choke slam, I guess. Logan Paul will probably choke slam himself while Jelly Roll just stands there, is my guess. And I would be right. So Jelly Roll just stands there, puts his arm up, and Logan Paul leaps into the air and takes a choke slam. Logan Paul with the black hole slam. Abyss is in the back pop. He's like, I taught him that. I taught Jelly Roll the black hole slam. Like, I never had a match in WWE, but thankfully I was here to teach Jelly Roll the black hole slam. He's got a fucking snot just all over his face, dripping down his beard. Looks like a fucking slob. This fucking disgusting slob Jelly Roll with his snot all over his face. Now he's just standing there. These guys deserve a lot of credit for being able to work around this fucking nothing. We got a kick by Drew McIntyre again with the thigh slapping, but that gets overlooked in WWE. RKO on to Drew McIntyre. Logan Paul throws Randy Orton into the turnbuckle. Logan Paul going to the top rope. Jelly Roll positioned himself to take a splash. Nice frog splash by Logan Paul. And thankfully pins fucking Jelly Roll. Wow. It turned out better than I expected, I guess. And give Logan Paul all the credit in the world. I you know what? I used to say can't stand this guy, but I say he's talented. I am a Logan Paul fan. I will be forever indebted to Logan Paul for making that watchable. Logan Paul, now he's got like some stuff around his neck. It looks ominous, like it's like a foreshadowing. He's gonna get decapitated or something, like in The Exorcist or something, or Omen. So yeah, wow, Logan Paul. I'm a big fan of Drew McIntyre, but I say Logan Paul, the MVP of that match. Good Lord, Logan Paul. All right, all right, Logan Paul. He is I don't know, wrestler of the year for me. Not this one match. I'll probably forget by the end of the year, but if you had a lesser guy in there, that would have been a fucking disaster. But you had a guy like even this power slam they're showing. That was all Logan Paul jumping off the rope and doing a really nice flip into a power slam. If you had a lesser dude in there, this would have been fucking horrendous. I can't. What is Logan Paul, the modern day Ric Flair? What world am I living in? Damn. All right. I'm now a Logan Paul fan. And fuck Jelly Roll. Good Lord. I was trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. This guy blows. Appreciate, but yeah, even Bad Bunny. If I get a tattoo now, it would be of Jelly Roll throwing up. He's got this big fucking long fucking snot running out his face. Jelly Roll, you know what he looked like? He kind of looked like Loch Ness when Loch Ness had that run in the Dungeon of Doom. You should have just called him Loch Ness Jr. Logan deserves the pin. I agree. Yeah, I am now with Faith. I am Faith, Vic's daughter. I am a Logan Paul fan. Just after that match, he's a one lifelong fandom for me. All right, creative masterpiece. We got more ads. Robert Budzinski sent me a voicemail. Should I listen to it live on the show?
I believe in a thing called Dobbs.
All right. It's from Robert Budzinski. Jelly Roll has Jelly Roll tags Kowloon, yeah. Oh God, get this on the show now. Jesus. Oh boy. All right. No comment on that. All right, we're back to the MetLife Stadium. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. I am getting hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. I have some salmon thawed out. Time upstairs in the fridge. Skin on wild caught salmon. You gotta have skin on salmon. You don't have the skin on. What the hell are you even doing? Get the skin crispy. Keep it simple. Salt, pepper. Maybe a little thyme. Hand sear it. Get the skin very crispy. Um, what's this? Tomorrow night? Tomorrow night. I've never seen Valkyria. Now, some people. Who is it? Dirty Dom. I'm a fan. Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom. Done dirt cheap. Dirty Dom and AJ Styles. Oh, this should be a fun match. TLC tomorrow night. They're going over the matches for tomorrow night. TLC, the biggest TLC match of all time. They're not even telling me the team names, but a bunch of people in TLC. And then the farewell tour ends. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Is it just so obvious that Cody wins that he doesn't win? I say put the title on R-Truth. Boy, did they waste that return. R-Truth over like Rover, comes back, crowd's insane for him, and he goes on to do nothing. Fuck Sam Roberts. Who the hell's Megan Moran? Finally, let's get on with this main event time. Gunther versus CM Punk. Now, I've been a lifelong CM Punk fan. He comes back to WWE. I'm like, it was a cool moment, I'll admit. Then he comes out like I'm home, and I'm like, rolling my eyes. Like, I know the last 10 years you've done nothing but bash this company. Now it's your home. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Then he goes to Saudi Arabia. It's like, come on, man. Like, if you had never mentioned it before, whatever. But you're on, Twitter saying, the Miz is sucking the bloody cock of Saudi Arabia, all this shit. You can't then go and be like, now I love Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Prince. I mean, if you ever thought you'd ever do it, you can't go online and say that stuff. So it's hard for me to really have much respect anymore for CM Punk. He didn't even just go there. He's like, I'm so sorry I said anything. I fucking love you, Saudi Arabia. I love you, the Prince. I bow down to you. I pledge allegiance to Saudi Arabia. What I said, I was just in a bad mood, and I was attacking the Miz. Not my love for Saudi Arabia is never wavered. Women are not real people, and he just like goes against everything he's ever stood for. But this should be a good match. So I'm going with Gunther. I probably back that long ago probably would have said CM Punk, but I've been a fan of Gunther my whole time I knew about him as well. Gunther is amazing. I never would have thought he'd be such a big deal in WWE. I'm very happy. I honestly don't think we would have seen this run from Gunther if Vince McMahon was still in charge. So I'm very happy. I'm getting the Spanish ads now too. Spanish ads for some reason. Just all of a sudden too. Tutto dato posti. No, bene negativo. All right, so we're getting to this match soon. We're going to show this again. So soon we'll be launching the campaign for Arbor Day, the Without Your Head feature film. And the original person to make this dropped out of the movie. So I was like, can I make a puppet? I thought, right now, but let me give it a go. Maybe I can make a sock puppet. So I started making this puppet, came out way better than I ever imagined in my life. Very happy. And I even made eyes, lids that move so he can be like, or he go, ah! So this is Master Zog. We've got the body over here. We've got arms. I'm making legs. So that soon he'll be all finished. Now there is it came up on Without Your Head. Tara, the new host with me, Tara Hutchinson, she's like, you need to make him a penis. I was like, what? A penis? The hell kind of movie you think I'm making here? So and then AJ was like, yeah, you got to make a penis. So I'm going to put up a poll. I'm saying no to penis. AJ, Tara saying yes. My boy Brandon Deff says no to penis. Dobbs is all about the penis. He said, I'm feeling the penis. So we're gonna have a poll if Master Zog should have a penis. And the other thing is, if he has a penis, is it furry? If it's furry, it's really not even gonna be noticeable. It'll just be like this hunk of fur there. So I do think if he does have a penis, it's gotta be like felt. I've never really thought so much about making a penis before. Pumpkin band. All right, CM Punk is coming out. I will always be excited by the music. One of the best entrances, one of the best theme songs in wrestling. Because if you even listen to the lyrics, I mean, just the music gets you pumped, so it works as a baby face. If you listen to the lyrics, it really works as a heel, so it can work either way. If I hear the song outside of wrestling, I immediately think of CM Punk. It's just a great song, wrestling or not. All right, so CM Punk coming out. It's clobbering time. You should be happy. The thing says that in the new Fantastic Four. And we finally got a good Fantastic Four movie. We've had, I don't know if this is the fourth, I think, Fantastic Four incarnation. All of the other ones have been rotten. The new one's very good. First time ever they made a successful and well-made Fantastic Four film. And for people who don't know, it's Clobber Time is from the comics, is a thing line, which is kind of weird because when I like CM Punk as a wrestler, but not like a big guy. So you would think Clobber Time would be something like a really big dude would say. The thing is, the power of the Fantastic Four, physical power. CM Punk's more like Reed Richards, honestly. So he should just start stretching, maybe. I don't know. Get some gray temples. He came here to win money. Is that something to really like? I'm not saying you shouldn't want to win money, but seems like a weird thing to put over the baby face. He came here to win money. So he's saying that this is the window to win the championship is closing. I would agree with that. It's too bad there's two titles in one, not just two titles, but two world titles in one company. I mean, it never feels right. Let's be honest. And especially when you call this one the undisputed belt, it makes no sense when you literally have another title. Sometimes on the same show. Tomorrow night's main evented by the world title, but tonight's the undisputed title. You can't be the undisputed title when there is another world title in the same promotion. I will never let that go because it literally makes no sense whatsoever. CM Punk, some really heavy bags under the eyes tonight. Wow, not sleeping well. Kind of scary in HD. Damn. It seems like there's something wrong with the guy. Heavy red bags under the eyes. Kind of creepy. Up close, it's like he's right there in front of me. Like fucking Lon Chaney Sr. or something from London After Midnight. I was like, holy shit, they finally found it. It's been lost for 100 years. Here it is. Oh, no shit, that's CM Punk. Out comes Gunther, the ring general. Gunther, a big fan. Again, the kind of like the opening match. This is a guy I like. Very physical. I don't like to see a big slow wrestler like where WWF had a lot of them back in the 80s and the 90s up until like the Attitude Era. Guys that I don't want to name people where they're just kind of slow plotting guys don't really do much. That's really boring to me. But a big guy, a big physical guy like Gunther, the Steiner brothers, not necessarily giant dudes, but I like the big physical wrestlers. I like other kind of wrestling too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about big guys. I like the big physical guys. Stan Hansen, Vader, and this guy to me fits a bill. A big physical dude, also very good technically. Kind of wrestling I like to watch. I never thought he would take off in the WWE on the main roster or have a run as world champ, so I'm very happy. I know there's talks about doing the babyface run with him. I don't see that working, but I don't know. Maybe it would. I like the jacket. Well, both jackets are cool, but I like Punk's ring jacket, old school ring jacket. I like it. Chicago colors. We got the Illuminati jacket here. I think she's working with The Rock, trying to take souls. Where's Tauza the Greek? I'm sure this is some type of symbolism that's not good. She's worshiping Moloch or something. Oh, damn. Talk about Moloch. Look at those fucking. Oh, wow. HD's not Punk's friend. Look at those eyes. Big. And not just like the bed. They're like he's been into like a MMA fight. He's like, cut me, Mick. They're like all swollen and red. Almost like purple. This looks like they're infected or something. What the fuck's wrong with them? And been on a bender or something? Gunther from Vienna, Austria. I actually agree. Lone, I actually did prefer, but that's not really a takeaway from Fantastic Four. I was really happy to see two really good superhero movies again, and two superhero movies where the heroes were heroic and good, and the movie was fun. So both of them, it made me excited for both DC and Marvel. So I was very happy. If Rollin interferes, I'm turning it off. Yeah, if that's a big word, I'll say they work just well, I guess. From what I've seen, Gunther doesn't look like he's working with his opponent. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah, exactly. Where it doesn't look like I've learned to just like modern wrestling for what it is, and I enjoy it. But for me, I do like a match where it looks like the two guys are trying to hurt each other. As opposed to like it's clear they're working together to put on cool moves. And Punk is a guy like that. Punk is really I always think Punk and Daniel Bryan are guys kind of like the middle of they've got like the roots in old school wrestling and then also the modern wrestling. So I think that's a good bridge in between both. A guy like Samoa Joe, I put in there too. A lot of the guys like in the like the prime Ring of Honor days. Punk, Joe, Daniel Bryan, Nigel McGuinness. Not too many of them left anymore, really. It's because I guess Daniel Bryan, so it's Punk and Samoa Joe, I guess. Chris Hero never really got that run. Oh, what's his name? I'll think of him later. I don't know those guys. Yeah, I think of the bridge in between old school wrestling and like modern wrestling, where they do some of the cool big moves, but at the same time, I think have a good foundation in making the wrestling look like a contest. All right. So even though I'm not a fan of a lot of Punk stuff since he came back, I will never not like his matches. Big fan of him as a wrestler. Some people always say like he's like a shell of his former self. I definitely don't see that. I think he still always has really great in-ring matches. These two should work really well together. Little bit of a fumble there when they were going for like a lockup of some kind. So we're starting out, slow, very old school, arm bars, headlocks, kind of reversing, doing some mat wrestling. Which is, how I would think these two guys would start, not go like 100 miles an hour right to start with. Kind of old school match, how a big match would start, and then you would slowly get, faster, more physical. Nope. Yeah, that looked very bad. So, Punk put both arms up to stop the chop by Gunther. Looked very bad. It was very bad. Like Gunther's like, I hurt my. Nah, it looked very poor. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it looked very poor. We got a test of strength, which I can't think of the last time I saw a test of strength. I mean, it used to be like every match started with a test of strength. Especially, any like match between like two like stars or something. Test of strength. We got Gunther winning, which he should. We've got CM Punk kind of stretching out of it. Pretty cool. Wow. Gunther completely missed a stop by like a foot. I don't know I don't know. Is Gunther drunk or something? There's some kind of flubs there, and that was bad. That was just like, I mean, he just missed him by like 12 or 16 inches. Some kicks by Punk. Some arm bars, kicks, some basic, wrestling. Nice, nice big chop. Oh wow, Punk got very yellow teeth and no molars. Did Punk get his fake teeth removed? He's got all his molars are gone. Very yellow teeth. Which honestly, I don't know. I kind of prefer the yellowish teeth over those super white fake teeth. But he's missing all his molars. Just on the top. I don't know. The Muay Thai background of CM Punk, because we all know he did very well in MMA. Spotless record. CM Punk. All right. So, like I was saying, we were starting kind of slow early, which I'm fine with, but I've kind of had enough of it now. Let's get going. We had the cool chop. Let's get into more of that. Yeah, maybe Gunther slipped in the jelly roll puke. All that Pepsi drinking rots your teeth. That's probably true, honestly. Is he a smoker? Because he's very yellow teeth. Is smoke? Are you allowed to smoke if you're straight edge? I wouldn't think so. The block of the chop there looked better. The first one was very poor. Now we're getting some chops. We're slowly getting into more physicality here. Punk with a kick to the face, springboard, but a chop to the hamstring. Interesting. That would probably, honestly, that would probably hurt quite a bit. Someone just chopping the back of your leg like that. Got the trio woe here. Punk's in the trio woe, and then we got Gunther just slapping the fuck out of him. I like that. He's chopping his chest and he's chopping his legs. That would really hurt, honestly. Me a chop anywhere is gonna sting, but the legs I think would especially hurt. He's up in the trio woe. Looks like Punk is actually caught there. Gunther took him out of the trio woe. A trio woe, as Kevin Sullivan would say. The ring general here is getting Punk up off the mat. Maybe gonna go for a suplex or something. Both are very sweaty. Both very sweaty men here. If Dobbs is still here, he's a fan of two sweaty men just kind of rolling together. Yeah, huge Kevin Sullivan fan. We did a very short interview with him in person, but never had him on the podcast, which I tried many times because I'm a big Kevin Sullivan fan. A couple times it almost happened, but never quite happened. I could deal with him directly. It was always with someone who ran his social media, ran his website when he had one. I don't know if he had a website, but I think it was social media. Whoa! A spider just crawled over my microphone. It's just the daddy long legs, but still, it was kind of weird. It's like right next to my mouth. All right, one of the most this is I just did they have that general ad this whole time, or did they just put out that general ad when Gunther's out there? So it's kind of funny. That's an ad that actually works for the match in general. All right, let's get going here. I'm getting a little antsy here. The General Insurance. This Gunther's brought to you by the General Insurance. I've kind of had enough of the not that anything's bad here, but I've kind of had enough of this. I think take the match into the next year. See some cool moves. You're going for the abdominal stretch. Wow, I haven't seen that in I don't know, 10 years, 20 years. The abdominal stretch. Wow. The abdominal stretch. We're bringing back some old time. Sullivan, my son! How many people in Dungeon of Doom are still around? I'd like to get. I should maybe look into that to do a Dungeon of Doom month for October. Wonder what I could get. One Man Gang still around. Barbarian maybe. Haku. I don't know if they really do interviews. Hugh Morris. I don't know if he does interviews because he's got a lot of negativity out there about him. But I always liked Hugh Morris. Jimmy Hart, maybe, I guess. Gunther! The Yeti Ron Right Race has been on the show. Maybe I can get him back on. Oh, the Leprechaun. He's been on the show. Dungeon of Doom. I'm a fan. I know it's like Shadowpon today, but I like the Dungeon of Doom. I had a good time. Is it great stuff? Yes. The Dungeon of Doom. Punk rising up. Now, this is all good wrestling to me, though. It's physical. Looks like they're actually trying to hurt each other. They're both sweaty. Look like they've actually been in a contest. Nothing really bad about it. But I do think it's kind of and we're starting to get into some of the bigger moves. So leapfrog, a good big boot. Sometimes a big boot can be basically Hogan style where you put the leg up and the guy runs into it. But that was a big boot. Not to diminish Hogan at all, but that was just a big boot. Looked like if you were really gonna just boot a guy in the face, that's what that looked like. Man, Punk's just getting his ass whooped here, which makes me think he's gonna win. Because he's just getting his ass beat. He had the wherewithal. You know what? I don't think I ever hear the term wherewithal outside of wrestling. Very, very wrestling term. Very WWE term. The wherewithal. It must have been something Vince loved to say. Two sweaty men here. Oh, it's outside though, isn't it? Yeah, so it's probably not air conditioned, I guess. Maybe it's hot wherever they're wrestling. Usually at night, though, you think would cool down. Now he's Gunther's just shoving his cock into his face. Like, get up, punk. He just starts shoving his dick in his face. More chops. Punk's gonna be really sore tomorrow. His chest's gonna be sore. Punk's probably the most tan I've ever seen him. And actually really good shape for Punk. He's never like a ripped dude, but really good shape tonight. Some kicks by Punk. Clearly them talking to each other there, not too great. Oh, wow. Chop to the throat. That looked painful. Wasn't a chop to the chest. It was a chop right to the throat, which I don't think is actually where you want to hit people. But it looked cool. Oh, yeah, Zodiac. That would be good. I remember back in the day, you'd see matches of like Ron Garvin and Flair, Wahoo, Greg Valentine, where they would chop, and have their chest bleeding, all that bleeding pecs. You don't see that too much anymore. Not that I'm dying to have people chop each other till they bleed, but we do see the bloody chest there of Gunther. You're never going to be the best in the world. Gunther's choking out Punk. CM Punk. This is by no means like an all-time classic or anything, but just a really good, solid match. Maybe, like I say, at this point, maybe a little slow, but it's good, solid. Oh shit! Damn. So Gunther went for a leapfrog. Punk caught him in first atomic drop, but looked like a shoot one. He kind of lost him, and looks like he just dropped him legit on his knee. Looked very painful, but I think they're okay. But it looked like it hurt. Gunther going for the sharpshooter. Got Punk in the sharpshooter. Punk saying no. I mean, this is pretty much, that looked like he was just straight up tapping out. Punk's really doing nothing at this point. This has been a long time of Punk just getting obliterated. At this point, it's almost like he should just lose. Because if he just wins now, it's like he just got totally destroyed and then just came back and won. Punk kicking out of it. Well, not kicking out, but reversing it. Now getting into a figure four, very convoluted now. And then Gunther just literally puts himself into the move. That was not smooth at all. That was very clunky. Very clunky reversal. Because Punk had him in the wrong way, had him actually in a figure four. So Gunther had to actually move his legs around to put himself into the sharpshooter. That was clunky and not smooth. Ref really talking to Gunther. I don't know. There's some miscommunication, I guess, in this match. Why is there a cage over the ring? Is there a cage match tonight? Or did we have a cage match and I forgot? There's no cage match, is there? Oh, it's tomorrow, but they just keep the belt. I mean, they keep the cage all day and night. Weird. Yeah, that card there. I mean, he literally was tapping. It was. I mean, you think, especially a guy that was in MMA in the UFC, like I could see almost like an older guy that was around before MMA really took off, like you would not to think too much, but a guy that was actually in MMA would know not to do that. Gunther's a sweaty, sweaty man here. There's so much talking in between the ref and the wrestlers. I don't know if something's wrong, if Punk's hurt or what. But there's a lot of stuff going on where talking in between back and forth. A lot of time wasting here. I think Punk may be hurt. You got some kicks to the head on Punk. Gunther just pushing Punk. Some more chops. I hate to say it, I think I've had enough chops. I think I just I would be a dick. I kind of think I just need to get to the end of this match, you know. Well, we got some more chops, dueling chops. Well, kind of a slap really from Punk, and then just a weird punch to the head. Not the greatest chops by Punk. Clothesline from Punk. Punk looking mad, looking kind of blown up. Maybe that's it. Maybe Punk's just blown up. Punk's bleeding. Punk's bleeding on the chest too. Maybe that's Gunther's blood. I don't know. Heel kick by CM Punk. We got reversed into a swinging neck breaker. I don't know. I think Punk might be hurt. I think his left shoulder might be hurt. Punk's running to the corner and caught by Gunther into a power bomb that he dropped him on his head. Really dropped him on his head and back of the neck. There's some flubs in this match that look painful. Not a really smooth match, which I don't mind. I do think, as we were talking about earlier, me and Chef Austin here, about when guys wrestle and you want to look like they're actually hurting each other, not working together to put on like cool moves. And I do think, in a weird way, sometimes those kind of like things that aren't real smooth or a little clunky add to the realism for me. Because if it was a real fight, not everything's going to be smooth and look proper. So not necessarily that bad as long as they're not getting hurt. So Gunther just literally sticks his arm in for Punk to grab into an arm lock. He was like going for a power bomb kind of deal or something, and he literally just sticks his arm in, which is the opposite of what I was saying earlier about a lot of this looking like they're not working together. But that was clear. Like, here's my arm, put me in an arm bar. Now Gunther is going for the Boston Crab. I guess it's Boston Crab again since Jericho's not around. Is Jericho ever coming back? I like Jericho. I don't care what anyone thinks. Let's see some more chops. Chop to the back of Punk and looks pretty painful. Going for the sleeper. Punk reverses into a side Russian leg sweep. Another move you don't see very often anymore. It used to be a staple of like 90s wrestling, I'd say. Early 90s, late 80s. I never understood why it was called the side Russian leg sweep. Was it invented by like a Russian? Like, why was it called the side Russian leg sweep? Does anybody know? Running knee by Punk with a leg slap again, which I'm fine with, but a lot of people will bitch about those, but not in WWE. Bulldog gets the 2 count. I agree with Bad News Brown that Bad News Barrett that Punk looks exhausted. I'm really confused about all those missing teeth on Punk. Did he lose his dentures or what? Like, did he get all his molars pulled? CM Punk going to the top rope. CM Punk crawling top rope. I think we're going to see the elbow drop. We got a Macho Man fan. Really excited to see it. Gunther chops him down. We've had many, many chops in this. Probably more chops than a Ric Flair match. Gunther, I think. Oh wow! Speaking of Flair, it was Punk. Punk got thrown off the top rope, sort of like a Flair one, but didn't really get the height. Gunther with a frog splash. It's kind of weird seeing the big dude doing that. 2 count. Punk. Punk got thrown off the top rope. Sort of like a Flair one, but didn't really get the height. Gunther with a frog splash. It's kind of weird seeing the big dude doing that. 2 count. 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 2 I can't say this match is bad, but I don't know. It kind of seems never to get to the next like level. How much longer do you think this is gonna go? It's after 9. Hopefully, it doesn't go to 11. I don't think these guys can go another hour. I don't know. Not loving the match. I mean, by far, the opening match was the best thing on the show. This would be the second thing I would. Yeah, this would be this Logan Paul's performance. I would put up there, but not the whole match. But Logan Paul's performance. Really nice clothesline by Gunther. Nice stiff clothesline on the throat of Punk. That looked really good. He let Jelly Roll bar. That could be because Jelly Roll had those mega white teeth. Punk's got no molars today, and he's got yellow teeth. I think he did. I think he's like, Jelly. I forgot my teeth, and or maybe he just didn't want to take him back. If he saw him puking in the ring, he's like, I don't want those puke teeth. I'll just go out there with my yellow teeth and no molars. All right. I've seen clotheslines and chops. I've seen it all now. Let's go home, fellas. Let's get into the closing segments of this match. Kind of like we're just seeing the same thing now. We get it. Gunther's beating the fuck out of Punk. Punk grabs Gunther going for the I was just say a bad GTS, but it was blocked. Powerbomb almost flipped him too far around. I don't know. I think let's just end this. Punk's looking kind of sad now. Gunther's laughing. Like, come on, get up, Punk. Just waiting for Punk to get up. I never really understand that. Why, if the guy was down, instead of standing there waiting for him to get up, why wouldn't he just run in and beat the fuck out of him? Going for the clothesline. I mean, the drop kick. Another clear thigh slap that won't get called out, but would get called out elsewhere. Power bomb by Gunther. 2 count. Crowd really into the near fall. I kind of thought it was over myself. Look at this. You see this big clap onto the legs. Very obvious leg slap. I don't even mind. It's just funny to me that will get called out. So if it's in AEW, Conan, Disco, Cornette, all these guys, they'll talk about it endlessly. Happens all the time in WWE too, but it does not. Gunther! Let's do it, Gunther. It's time to end this Punk fella. Punk crossed up. Just a weak ass punches. He's just like, there's just a little bit of life left in Punk. Just these wild chops. They're like chopping almost in the face. I kind of like those wild chops. I mean, I've seen enough of them, but no, at this point, it's just like, do we need to see Gunther just beat on this guy forever? Like, wouldn't he just be able to just pin him by this time? What the hell? So we have Gunther on the top rope. Punk's like draped over. Almost just dropped him. I don't really know what was happening there. It was kind of just clumsy looking. I just think like this match has gone on too far. They're just kind of like doing stuff. Let's get to the finish, I think. Barbarism begins. Bad News Barrett outside the ring says. That was pretty awesome. Gunther literally just picked up Punk and just threw him into the ring post. Like, it was just literally picked him up and just tossed him to the ring post. That was pretty good. I like that. Something about only malice for this man. We got Gunther looking at the title. Now he's definitely going to lose. You can't go over and look at your title, say I'm the best. This guy's not the best in the world. And then just get in there, pin him. Now Gunther's going to lose. He's showboating. Instead of getting there and finishing the guy, now he's staying on top of the ring table brought to us by DJ's Wings or the Wing House or wherever the fuck it's from. The Wing Stop. Punk just jumps up, knocks Gunther onto the table. How many times have those tables broken? Not broken, but like the tops popped off them like 20 times tonight. Once is, I don't know, when you do that multiple times, and they just tell your audience these tables are made to like, they're like breakaway tables. Terry Funk ain't wearing no kick pads. Terry Funk ain't clapping no legs. Yeah. What are your boys trying to do to me? All right. Let's get going, dudes. Let's get to the finish here. Oh, Gunther's a bloody mess. Apparently just falling on the table, busted his head open. Yeah, Gunther's really bleeding. Again, wrestling fans for years like, oh, where's the blood and stuff? And then AEW starts bleeding and they're like, no, you can't have blood. Fuck this company. We should have it banned from TV. But I'm a fan of blood. That made me sound like an insane guy. I'm a fan of blood, but Punk now getting the ring. I mean, this right here is what Punk is good at. Like you look deep down. Looks like he knows this is like his last shot to win this. Just like your basic stuff in wrestling, he's good at that. Punk with the running knee in the corner. Short clothesline, not the greatest. I think we're going to see the big elbow drop here, the Macho Man style elbow. It's no Macho Man elbow, but it's an elbow drop. Kind of like this kind of fell on him. But he's got the crowd into it now. Like, again, this is, he knows how to get the crowd into the match, and that is important. Go, nice. So at the end, this is really well done. It's a go to sleep. This was the last shot, but just couldn't do it. Gunther rolled in, got the choke on Punk. Now Punk's hitting him in the head where he's bloody. We've got some good psychology here to end the match out with. Now Punk's got Gunther up. The go to sleep. Actually, a good looking go to sleep. He hit him. That's a kind of hit and miss move, but that one hit him right in the jaw. Gunther's out on his feet, just kind of hanging there. So Punk's got him back up. Another go to sleep. Gunther goes down. All right. So there was some of that match. I was trying to kind of like, all right, let's get over with. End of the match, great. Really good series to end the match. It was like Punk is just out of it, and then it's like this. He knows this is his last shot. Takes advantage of Gunther, injuries, the bleeding. That was done really well, that whole end. So bookend by the first match was great. Bookend by two good stuff. This match not the greatest, but the end was great, I would say. So really kind of like what I thought going into SummerSlam, though, is like when I was looking at the card, I'm like, I think if you took all the stuff out that people want to see, you'd have a really good SummerSlam show of one. But it was like split up into two nights and then filled with some stuff I didn't really care about. So I think you had a lot of stuff in the middle of the show that was just not good. Great opening match. The Jelly Roll one, I'm going to give I say will be memorable because Logan Paul really carried the guy through the match. And then, so Logan Paul's performance, the opening tag match, and this match, I think worth watching. But I would say Roman Reigns, Jay Uso, versus Bronson and Braun was the match of the night. This is a great moment here. A good, great ending to that match. He got right behind Punk. Everyone cheered Punk. One guy right behind him, like, no! And he was right over his shoulder while Punk is like making out with the belt, which was kind of funny to me. So yeah, so book ended. Bloody mess, lots of chops. Yeah, Flair match. I would like this honestly. I think having this whole other unified belt and then one other world champions just makes no sense. I kind of hope we don't get Seth here. I think it would be better just to end like this. Give Punk this moment. I think is a much better ending. I'm not a fan at all, actually, of the Money in the Bank. I think it's just been done to death. Every year, it's just the same thing. A guy has the Money in the Bank. No, here we go. See, I'm just not a fan. I don't know. I just seen this so many times. So is he really hurt? Is he not? I guess we'll find out momentarily. We must not be hurt. I mean, would you get dressed up like that and then put that big brace on over your pants? Well, if he's not hurt, I will give Meltzer credit because he called it the night he got hurt. Maybe he is hurt. He's walking away. You get the Money in the Bank here. I don't think he's hurt the way he's using those crutches. He's milking it. He's gonna turn. I'm fine all along. Dave Meltzer, he he was right. I'll give credit where credit is due. He called this the night it happened, and people were pissed. I heard Conan and Disco making fun of Dave for saying he's hurt. He wasn't hurt, but Dave knew. So Dave, he does still have his stooges in the company. And here he comes running to the ring. I do wonder what's in it for someone to stooge that off to Dave. Like, what's the point of that? So Seth Rollins is in the ring now, cashing in Money in the Bank. I'm not a fan of this. I don't know. I think it's just so cheap. We've seen the Money in the Bank stuff. Like, it's been done for what, 25 years now? Now Seth is just beating the fuck out of him with the briefcase. He cashes it in. The ref's calling for the bell. We got the cash in. Seth Rollins is setting it up for the curb stomp, I suppose. I would much rather just see a Punk reign as champion, personally, but the curb stomp. So I guess there's no way he's losing. He's not winning now. Seth Rollins wins the title. I mean, I haven't cared about Seth Rollins for years. So, I mean, I guess it's a big swerve to a lot of people, but I'm not a fan. I don't really want to see Seth Rollins as champ again. I would rather see someone, well, Punk is not necessarily new, but has not had the title in the company since his comeback. I would rather see that, or Braun Breaker, or even Bronson Reed, to be honest, or Gunther just kept it. So, do I want to see Seth Rollins as champ again? No, I don't. Woo. Jelly Roll versus Heyman. How about Jelly Roll? Jelly Roll comes out now and challenges Seth Rollins. I don't know. Can we just end the Money in the Bank? Every year it's the same thing. The guy carries around the title, and it's like, oh, he's going to cash it in. I don't know. It's just like the same angle annually, and twice since we have the men and the women's. I'm not a fan. I would have rather just seen the Punk title reign. Fans want to see it. Give the fans what they want every once in a while. I've seen Seth Rollins as champ like how many times over the last 20 years? Like a dozen? Wow, I can't believe it. I'm going to give him credit. Dave Meltzer knew it. Yeah, I was really hoping it wouldn't happen, but and it's not that anything's wrong with Seth Rollins. It's I've seen him so much for the last 20 years all over WWE TV. It's not really very exciting. It's about absolute power. Man, he looks, I have to say, Heyman looks in pain sitting Indian style like that. He's like, can I get up yet? It's fucking up my knees. All right. Well, that was night one of SummerSlam. I'm turning off now. I'm not watching more ads. No way. No way I'm doing that. So hit the like button, subscribe. I know the beginning was a little rough because I had some I couldn't connect to Peacock, but I might come back for a night 2 if you guys would like, and if not, well, either way, I'll be live Tuesday with Insure. So I may do a watch along tomorrow, and if not, we will be live Tuesday either way to review SummerSlam. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Glad to see Chef Austin back here in the chat. Always been a big fan of Chef Austin. Met him in Chicago. I've been back to Chicago many times, but maybe I'll be back there again one of these days. I don't know. But anyway, I will be back either tomorrow night or Tuesday. So subscribe, hit the like button, share this out, leave some comments, become a member if you would like to help support the channel. And Without Your Head, I'm live there talking movies all the time. So subscribe to there as well. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Thank you here for In Your Head. This is Jackie Jones saying good night, everybody.